Hello and welcome to unMadeGaming on this glorious rainy Tuesday here, where I'm at least. And we're back with Lost Mine of Phandelver, where I have aptly pseudo-named the episode Ghost in Crunchberry. Because we're going to the town of Crunchberry to fight a ghost.
Nobody said the word Crunchberry, Michael.
Is that correct, Mike? Crunchberry?
Someone did.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Coneyberry. It's Crunchberry, Mike.
Yep.
Yeah, that's... Right? Is that not...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, Mike, tell us about Crunchberry, and also who you are and what you do here.
The town has been long abandoned because the Crunchberries cut the top of your mouth, and so they're like, this is awful, and they just left.
That makes sense.
And then there's also orcs, so they're like, oh, there's green people, I'm out of here.
Racism.
Yep.
Little did you know is that the Crunchberries are actually just a very tiny orc that jab you in the mouth with their tiny knives.
Yeah, it was actually the orc children.
Yeah, they just call them Crunchberries.
Yeah.
They paint them in different colors. So, Mike, who are you? What else do you do here besides make Crunchberries? And why should anybody care?
I mean, I wish my job was to make Crunchberries, but I'm like the anonymous rhino at BloneySlap on Twitter. I run our Tuesday adventures, and they're published campaigns, and so far they are pretty much not like how they are in the book.
That's true.
At least how I imagine it.
That's true.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I play on our Thursday games.
Sweet. Bitters, you're also here.
I'm Mr. Bitters, and I'm sick, but given Ulf's personality, I probably won't change much.
Yeah, that's what we assumed. You're like, oh, I have a scratchy throat, and I can't talk a lot. We're like, so you're going to be in character the whole day. So great. Mission accomplished.
Yep.
And last but not least, Madfish, who are you? What are you doing here, and why should anybody care?
I'm Madfish. I am playing a rogue, and I do some DMing, and I do some making of things, some arting, other stuff.
Sweet. Cool. And who are you playing today?
I'm playing Sylvie, the Valley Girl Rogue.
As you do. And I am reprising my role as Tiberius Caldwell, renowned actor and adventurer / hero of the people. So, Mike, take us to Crunchberry. Take us to the road outside Crunchberry. Try unmuting yourself, and then take us to the road outside Crunchberry.
No, I already said what I need to say.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a mystery to everybody.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna backtrack a little bit because we lost a player, so I'm kind of tying things together. We're gonna start at the night you spent on the road. You had to find camp. So you guys start setting up camp. You're on your way to Conneberry. You're doing a little side quest because you're gonna get some adventuring supplies from one of the townsfolk. Trying to appease this known banshee to tell you where a certain book was perhaps left or sold or traded or stolen. You don't quite know. You just know that it's not where people want it to be, which is in their possession. So yeah, that's your overall goal right now. You also have some, you're also trying to find out more information on the threats on the town of Phandelver. You know that there's a missing dwarf, a magical cave that you want to find because he might be there, or you guys could just get rich from it. Whatever floats your boat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. You're on your way to Conneberry to do a side quest that will hopefully give you more of an edge in your future adventures.
I have to give up a shiny thing.
Yes,
but
you do.
I'm doing it with the promise of more shiny things. So,
I mean, you don't have to.
You
True.
got to spend shinies to make shinies.
It's true. You could just attack the ghost of Crunchberry.
Yes.
The ghost of Crunchberry's past.
She died from mouth lacerations.
Yeah. She bled out.
Yeah. So the thing is, no issues finding camp. I'm sure there's little road stops where this is a pre-built fire ring you could stay at if you so wish. Whatever you guys choose, I will just need a D20 roll from whoever's leading the party on the road. Just a flat D20.
I guess
I can
Tiberius
do it.
would be. Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I can.
Go
I
ahead.
can
Go
do
right
it.
ahead. Go right ahead.
I would sneak ahead. 14.
14. Okay. All is quiet. This looks like a really good place to go ahead and make camp. No tracks or anything that you can tell.
Alright. I will relay this. It's like fine or something. Whatever.
Now, what does this setting look like, Mike? Are we just off the side of the road?
That is up to you. That's up to you guys. There is plenty of space. Like, I would imagine this is kind of on a hillside. You're in the foothills.
Yeah.
So you can either go down into the valley a little bit more. There's probably a stream there for fresh water, or you can go a little bit higher up, away from the stream, where animals are most likely not to wander down to get a drink.
Okay.
I would say Sylvie and everybody would. That's just common outside knowledge. You don't exactly want to camp next to a stream.
Yeah.
So I would assume you guys maybe went off the road to the right.
Didn't we have a whole wagon? Did we take the whole wagon with us? Yeah, because Ulf was reading
Yes.
books.
Yes, he's reading a book in there.
So how difficult would it be to navigate the wagon and horses away from the stream? And
That I would require another D20 roll if you want to somehow say like it's acrobatics related for your deftness.
what about animal handling?
Yeah, sure, that's even better.
What about an
Yeah, no,
18?
it's easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Sweet. I squeeze the lemons and
Yep.
we head off. Yeah, so that makes sense. The most sense, I guess, is head away from the stream, right?
Yeah, and you probably go. I would assume like less than half a mile. I don't even know how.
Yeah, we'd probably just go like
Because you don't want to deviate too far.
Yeah, in sight range of the stream because we gotta water the horses. I would assume.
Sure. Yeah, you can easily do that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so I don't think we ever camped before, guys. Do we have a watch order?
I do not have dark vision.
Nope. Only Ulf does.
Only Ulf does, so he should be on watch. He should be on watch if he is at the darkest part of the night.
In darkest night, blackest day.
Yes.
Something.
Something.
No evil will fear the light. Or something, right? Is that how it goes, Mike? You're a nerd. You're a nerd. You know those things, Mike.
No, I don't like Green Lantern.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that would make the most sense. So you give Ulf the darkest part of the day, or darkest part of the night, rather.
Yeah.
So middle watch.
So your middle watch. Sylvie, do you want last watch or first watch?
First.
Okay, so then I will take last watch.
So the order is Sylvie.
Yep.
Then Ulf. What about Poppy?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Does he still technically have her right now?
She has dark vision also, so she'd be a middle person.
Okay, so we'll do Sylvie, Poppy, Ulf, and then Tiberius. All right. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is just, when it's each of your turn, just roll a d20. So we can just go down the list. Go ahead, Fish, and give me a d20.
You want like a perception roll, or?
This is just a flat d20 roll.
Okay.
It's just your odds. Natural 20. All right. Duly noted. Go ahead and roll me a d12.
Tell him no.
2. Okay. So while you're on your watch, it's still a little bit light in the clouds, a little bit at the very edges, but you hear it sounds like wings flapping, and it sounds like it's coming for you. Go ahead and give me. If you want, you can give me a perception roll. I can't think of the word. Perception roll if you would like to determine what it is.
Fail.
Okay. So with a 10, you see that there are 3 big, ugly-looking somethings flying towards you. They look like defeathered chickens with like droopy skin.
Oh no.
Yeah, and they're fast approaching.
Can I roll it? I'll point them out. Wake everybody up, obviously. Can I roll a nature check? See if I know what they are?
Yeah, give me any kind of nature. Yeah, that works.
20. Ooh.
So on your travels, I would assume you have heard or have possibly seen, it's a kind of common in the wilderness, birds called sturges.
Okay.
And you've known these to find it. They are kind of vampiric. They do like blood, and they often fly in packs or in flocks, I guess you will. So this is a very small flock of 3 sturges, which is kind of unusual, but nonetheless a threat.
I like your loose definition of birds.
Yeah.
Flying creatures.
Flying creatures of no feather.
They're like disgusting mosquitoes.
Yep.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yep.
We got. Yeah. I've encountered these before. Can I shoot them with my short bow?
You sure can. Go ahead and give me an attack roll at, I want to say disadvantage because, well, no, I guess you're on watch. Go ahead and give me a normal attack roll. You'd have your bow at the ready.
Natural 20.
Why don't I go fuck myself?
Yeah, like try that on precise.
Or 8.
Speaking of natural 20s, guys, if you would like to donate to the show, you can donate for natural 20s, natural ones, advantage, disadvantage, all that fun stuff, and that can go to anyone you see on screen, as well as if you click the donation section down below, it'll send you a document that has a whole bunch of other shit you can donate for, as Mike puts eagles on the map.
Those are just so I can track health easier. Don't worry about it.
Sure, Mike. Giant eagles, whatever you say.
And fire eagles. Fuck your natural 20s.
I know, fire eagles. No.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky because I wouldn't get sneak attack on that. So they're lucky.
They're lucky. Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're the lucky
Right in
ones.
the eye. Just.
That's actually, that kills it. That eviscerates it. You just peg it and absolutely destroy this thing. You like almost cut it in half. At this point, let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, I don't have a token. Oh well.
Oh, just go ahead and roll it. We'll just do a quick one. $7.14. Oh, and 6. Okay. Let me find poppies. Do. What you get? Great, a 2. All right.
Sorry.
So-
I still have access to Poppy's sheet if you want me to roll for her.
No, that's fine. I'll go ahead and take care of that tonight. What the Sturges have actually a +3, so they will be going first. One of them is going to go for you, Sylvie. Let's see if they have a blood drain for 19.
Ooh, that does hit.
Okay, so that is 4 piercing damage. And it attaches to you. While it attached, it does not attack again. Instead, it'll do damage, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Yep, you can use your action next time if you so wish to detach it. The other one is going to go for... who is next? That would be Ulf. It's going to go to Ulf because you have a faster initiative. You're just up and ready for a 12. Does a 12 hit you?
It does not.
So it goes to latch on to you, but perhaps it hits your skull thing that you use as a puppet because you're a freak. And it just kind of gets freaked out because even a sick bird like that doesn't want to deal with that shit.
Fair enough.
Let's go back to you. It is your turn in the initiative.
Well, I would like to forego my attack to have the skull retaliate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and use your natural 20.
I don't know why that.
Wow.
Why they came up with shield?
Yeah. That's not what I added there. It's not what it has for attack rolls. That's really weird.
Well, you got a natural 20, so just go ahead and whatever the damage is, go ahead and double the dice.
All right, it has something. There's
Let me put it this way: does it do 1 damage or more?
does.
Okay, you go ahead and kill it.
Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that.
How does what was the attack? Go ahead and just describe the attack.
What like the skull on his staff? He just kind of like holds it out, and this little shadowy black arm swipes out claws across it
But where did that come from?
from the skull.
Skull's got my little hands.
I got shadow hands.
Tiny shadow hands.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So next in the initiative is Tiberius.
How close are these things?
I'd say they're within 20 to 30 feet, depending. This one is furthest back, so it's a little bit further back.
One of the.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's one.
Oh
on
yeah.
So I'm gonna attack the one that's on Sylvie because it seems to be draining her of life force.
Sure.
So
you can. Well, you rolled natural 1.
what can I do, Mike? I have a advantage.
I was gonna say you don't have to use your attack. You can use your action to just pull it off.
No, I'm gonna attack it. I have advantage.
You're
So
gonna
I'm gonna use one of my advantages and roll an 18.
Yeah, go ahead and give me damage.
All right. Kapow!
It's immune.
It's immune to stabs. No.
Yeah, you eviscerate it. Describe how you shish kebab this.
I basically stab it through its proboscis, Mike, and then pull it back out, and blood just squirts out.
Don't you make up words on my stream.
It's a proboscis. You know when you like wait till the mosquito?
Provocatus? Yeah.
I provocatively stab it. You know, like you wait till the mosquito is like full of blood, and then you smash it, and then there's blood squirts out of it.
No.
Only sociopaths do that. Okay. So I do that to it basically. I wait till it's full of Sylvie's blood, and then I stab it, and it bleeds out. I mean, I don't wait. It just happened to be full of her blood.
Which is perfect because Poppy was right there, and it just rains all over her.
Oh yeah.
Just Carrie style, drenched in blood. A lot of blood. It did quite a bit of blood sucking. So that is the end of the storages. So what do you guys do? You guys had a little bit of a shake-up? Do you guys just go back to normal? Do you guys clean up? How do you guys handle random acts of violence?
What do I know about cooking sturges, Mike?
You don't.
Okay.
Are you just not gonna not even go there?
Yeah, I mean it's an animal, right?
I mean, if you want to know more, you'd have to give me some sort of intelligence check.
I mean,
but...
you can eat cockroaches, right? So,
Yeah, survival.
what do you think? History, Mike? Is that a good one? A history of cooking bugs?
I would say survival is better because you need to know whether or not you can actually eat it and survive and not die.
Sure, that's a wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, I don't.
Yeah. You heard of somebody making like toast out of the wings, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm not down for toast. I need a hearty meal after that stirred.
Exactly.
Yeah.
After that workout.
Yeah. I guess we would I would be okay with just resuming watch.
Resuming watch, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad of a nuisance. It's like, oh no, Sturges, stab.
Ulf probably spends a little while telling his skull how awesome it was.
Mm-hmm. Sylvie won't tell you that she's impressed with your takedown ability, but yeah.
He's just super proud of his little buddy. He's patting him on the skull. And
So yes, it's my friend. Yes. Oh, I know you have a friend in your skull there. It is quite useful, if I do say so myself. Your friend there, your invisible friend.
Slayer of mosquitoes.
Yes, titles it will have. Like you are the finding man.
He was like, okay, I guess, whatever.
What is the name again of your tiny friend?
And Ulf kind of laughs at that a little bit. His name is Quick.
Oh yes, Quick.
Don't let him tell you different. You can't pronounce his real name. We call him Quick.
Okay, yes, Quick. Quick, the invisible man in your skull.
Oh, you're just terrible.
Yes, well, I believe it is almost time for a shift change, and I will need my beauty rest for our arrival in Crunchberry.
Yeah.
And he dons his nightcap, which he has, and goes to sleep.
Of course. Is it like blue and white stripes?
Yeah. But he makes sure to get his hair just right, and then put it around his hair, so that when he lays down, the hair is inside fully and doesn't get messed up when he rolls around. Yeah, obviously.
Duh, guys. So the rest of your watch is going to go uneventful. A few hours pass. It's completely dark at this point. You maybe stoke the fire here and there. But then it comes time for Poppy's turn. And so I assume you just wake her up and tell her it's her turn, and she resumes post. And, I'll go ahead and roll for her. See how this goes. Perfect. All right. Actually... Okay, perfect. So, after a while, you guys don't really see anything because you're all pretty fast asleep. However, go ahead and give me passive perception checks, or just perception checks at disadvantage because you are all unconscious.
CX.
7 and 14. So Sylvie and Tiberius, you sleep peacefully. Ulf, in the middle of the night, I think you're a little bit wary. You're aware that your watch is coming up soon enough. However, when it's about that time, you can hear some sort of steps, like trotting away.
I think Ulf will kind of open his eyes, carefully call out, "Poppy?"
How loud was that? Was it pretty loud, or?
Just regular Ulf talking volume.
Okay.
He's kind of like Tiberius, except he's middle volume.
It might be enough, and she's like, "Don't worry about it, I got this," and she continues going.
Good enough for Ulf. He'll go back to sleep.
Okay. So I'd say another hour goes by, and you know what? I think it's a con check to see if you wake up. It's your time for watch. Any kind of check for that, or do you?
I mean, if there's no one around to wake him up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's around.
Constitution, or I guess there's no endurance. So
There's no really endurance. So yeah, Ulf, go ahead and give me a con check. 18. So you do wake up at what would appear to be, the appropriate hour for you to assume watch, and you see that Poppy hasn't returned.
Dun dun dun.
Duh. Crap, you guys. He'll go around like pretending like he's stumbling in the dark, but like kicking people awake. You guys, we got a problem.
What?
Well, you know how we had Poppy?
Yeah.
Now we don't have Poppy.
What?
I don't know. She said she was okay, and I went back to sleep, and now she's gone.
I think at this, Tiberius comically jumps out of his bedroll, but it's mostly around his waist, still falling. But he strikes a quite heroic pose, and he says, "Are you telling me, Sir Ulf, that our tiny, diminutive friend has been taken from right under our noses? Here in this vast hellscape of hills that never seem to end. These terrible demon bugs attack us in the night. Maybe they have swooped down and carried her away."
Maybe she's pretty small.
How do we track these ginormous bugs?
Wait.
Well, I heard footsteps.
You said that she said that she was fine.
Yeah, she said it's okay. I got this because she's like that. I didn't want to step on her toes.
So she walked away?
Well, I heard footsteps.
They are small toes to step on, yes.
Okay, can I look around? I guess that would be a survival check to
Yes.
check for tracks.
Yes, you can do that.
This.
Would you have a torch with you? What would you be doing to see right now? Because halflings don't have night vision, right?
No, I imagine we would
you guys have torches. Just let me know. Yeah, so that would have given you a disadvantage, but it's all the same number.
Mm-hmm.
You do find her tracks, and you see them heading back towards Tribor Trail.
Okay, I will point that out.
I think as you're striking the torch and starting to look around, you would just hear behind you, "Bobby!" Poppy! This is Tiberius Caldwell! I am at our camp. Have you gotten lost? It appears as though you have wandered into the hills and are nowhere to be found, in fact. Hello! Is anybody out there?
You can't, like...
Did you take
yell.
a gnome?
Stop yelling.
What do you mean? We have lost a friend. I have found that when you lose
Yeah.
something, it is best to shout for aid. And, maybe
Yeah.
they will hear you and come back. Maybe she is just lost.
Maybe there's, like, also something out there that wants to, like, eat your face. And now it knows where you are.
Well, then maybe it has eaten our friend's face, as you say. And we should smite it as heroes do and avenge our friend's eaten face.
Quick question: Is Sebastian still with us?
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, that's true. We did bring him with us.
Elf is gonna wander over to him, and he's like, "Do you think maybe she ran off with somebody else?"
A gleaming endowment.
I hope so. She scares me.
I hope so.
She scares all of us.
She scares all of us into a donation from Fallen One, who says crits for the party, so everyone has a crit just for the party. Not you, Mike. You go fuck yourself. Mike, you get no love from chat.
It's fair. I'm used to it.
Yeah,
I get it, Vince.
yeah,
You're just jealous. Can't handle my shit.
it's true. No one can handle your shit, Mike.
Yep.
Mike, I need
If
you
it
to
wasn't for bananas.
take your shit, and I need you to handle it. I need you to get all your shit, put it in a bag.
So hot. Why is it so warm?
You just put it in a backpack.
Yeah, get all your shit, take it wherever you need to go. The ship museum, I don't care.
Shit on the go.
Just get it
Right.
together. Yeah, so that's what Tiberius is. But what would you say we do instead, if not shout? How
We
best
could, like-
to track her tiny feet?
Yeah, we could try that. We can, like, wait until we could, like, see. Ulf can see.
But every minute she is gone, her face could be eaten by any number of demon in the night.
Ulf can see.
I can see.
I have once heard, Ulf, now listen, I have once heard of a place surrounded by shrouds of mist in a near perpetual darkness
Gleaming endowment.
that would give us a donation from Encounter Josh that says $3. Tiberius gets an eyelash in his eye and it gives him 3 sets of disadvantage until he manages to poke it out. F you, Mike.
Yeah.
It says there is a land I've heard of its tale, shrouded in mists. It's perpetual night here. It is a land known as Barovia. And if this land here somehow attaches, she could have wandered into this trepidatious land and been eaten by a vampire. Those things eat several faces.
Yeah. Well, I'll point out to Ulf where I saw the tracks and see what he does.
It's just that, I'm not a hunter or anything. I can see right here.
Right here. That's good. She's not in here at all, like in this
Yeah.
area.
He's totally the kind of guy who, like, opens the fridge and then closes the fridge and says he can't find what he's looking for. That's all.
So it's a regular guy, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like me.
What is... I don't know, like... We go look for her? Should we, like, just stay here and see if she, like, I don't know, comes back or something?
Well, she said she's got this.
Yeah, but she's, like, not back. She's supposed to come back.
Are you saying that, as heroes and adventurers, that we should just leave our fallen comrade to the wilds? Here,
No.
just on the other side of this tribal trail, is the Neverwinter Wood. I think I made that up. What's this
No,
wood
that's a
called?
thing.
Oh, it's a thing. And in the Neverwinter Wood, there is a necromancer. We have had this discussion between Crunchberry. Do you recall between Crunchberry and Thunder Tree, when a horde of undead attacked somewhere? What if she decided to take it on her own and has just ventured into these woods heroically, but stupidly, nonetheless?
All right. Well, then let's go.
Yeah, right. I forgot it was the necromancer. We should go look for her.
Did I get my hit points back from sleeping?
You'd have to do the full rest in order to get that back. Yeah,
That's
You guys
fine.
are halfway through.
Mike, I'm sorry. Did you want to run Mines of Phandelver?
What's great is I'm writing down all the things that you said aren't actually true.
That's great, because I write down all the things I say that aren't true either.
I guess we.
So now Mike has to make up a necromancer.
I'm not. You don't know.
So I guess with my special eyes, I'm the tracker tonight.
Oh yeah, you guys want to do? You guys actually want to go on track Poppy right now?
Well, I don't think we'd leave her.
Okay.
I mean, if we find her and she's like, "No, I'm leaving you guys by," then I'll be like, "Okay," but you know, just at least gotta check.
Yeah, you guys can go and check. And you said, Ulf, you're going to be doing the checking with your elven eyes? Perfect. Yeah, that'll just be survival checks to find tracks or traces.
It's bound to go well.
And as long as you take a torch with you,
Let's
no
go.
disadvantage. Oh boy. Yeah, no, you don't see anything, but you think maybe if you go in the vein of the direction that she was going, you might find something. You
Yeah,
might see
kinda
like
like-
a broken twig, but that's it.
Ulf is putting on a show like he hasn't lost the trail.
You get out a magnifying glass.
A little bit.
Gleaming endowment.
He's stopping every now and again and looking at nothing on the ground and then changing direction a little bit.
Sure.
If you do see a donation from Earthen, she donates $6 and says, because the DM is getting boned at every turn, he has a critical success or 2 critical successes. 2, Mike. You have 2 crit successes.
Oh, I have 2 crit successes. Oh boy, my nipples got hard.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Because it's 2. If it was just 1, only 1 would.
Yeah, it would only one nipple. Yeah.
Yeah. Dealer's choice, which one, but only 1.
What if one nipple gets twice as hard?
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's like a peanut M&M.
It's so gross. But at this point, you get to Tribord Trail. Go ahead and give me a roll. I'll go ahead and give you advantage because it's a trail, so it's pretty easy to tell if something is different.
Do we have a torch?
Yeah, you guys have a torch.
Alright, then I'm gonna...
I think Sylvie marked one up earlier.
Yeah, I'm also gonna look around then. If I can... Can I give
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
perception, or...
Yeah, it could be perception or survival.
Better...
They're both wisdom-based, so yeah.
Yep. So I rolled a natural 1. I still have
I'll
that
give you guys
eyelash.
I was giving you guys advantage because you're on the trail.
That's okay. I have disadvantage because Josh hates me and he's an asshole.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. That eyelash is still just in there,
Yeah.
and it's scratching up your eyeball.
Yep. It sure is.
So I'll go ahead and give it to Sylvie as well. But Ulf, you definitely know this. There are 1d4 sets of trails. Let me go ahead and roll that up for you. There's 3 sets of somewhat familiar-looking tracks. And with a 17, you're fairly certain that these are like hobgoblin or bugbear style tracks. And they're kind of heading in the northwest direction. So you guys came down the hill a little bit to the road, and they continue going like in that direction. So it's like these might have been like, here's the camp, here's where this came down. So it's pretty close. It's probably within like 50 yards of your camp. You guys just happened to be in a good spot, so they didn't catch you.
Hey guys, look, I didn't lose the trail at all. Necromancer tracks.
I knew it! I knew there was a necromancer somewhere in these woods. Dang it, I hate sleeping outside. I believe I have dirt in my eye. This is a wretched feeling. It is just as if 1,000 tiny poppies are just in my eye. Perhaps that is where she is. Can you see inside? Was she miniaturized by a necromancer and has been torturing me from inside? No? Fine. Lead on, Ulf. We must find this necromancer. Necromancer trumps ghost any day of the week.
Well, see, here's the problem. You said there's one, but I think there's like 3.
A pack of necromancers. They come in droves, I understand. They are a herding people.
What is the collective noun for necromancers anyway?
Necromancers.
A
Oh, yeah.
drove
Like,
of necromancers.
yeah. Are they in a murder of necromancers?
Yes, they are. A copse of
A raid.
necromancers. A copse of necromancers. That's what it is.
The word is coven. Coven, you guys.
I don't think it is. I think you're making that up.
That's witchy.
No. Let's just follow the trail, and we'll probably find Poppy and all these necromancers.
Good, good. Yes, let us lead on.
All right.
So go ahead and give me. Is everybody going to be looking at this point, or just Ulf still?
I think we'll all be like
Yeah, I was gonna say, at this point,
perceptive.
just-
Like I'm gonna look around, not necessarily survival, but I'm gonna look around at our surroundings, so we won't get
Okay.
ambushed by necromancers.
Okay. So for the purpose of looking at your surroundings, give me perception rolls. If you want to follow the trail, give me.
I still
5.
have disadvantage.
It's 15, so it's fine. 20 for survival. Okay. And does Sylvie want to do any looking? And
It
at this point, you're off the trail, so you don't have your advantage. on this one.
it is as if the dust has gone into both eyes. This is terrible.
Yeah, I'm not rolling very well right now.
So let's do perception. 16 perception. It's fairly quiet. You can tell that it's quieter than normal. So that either means there's just coincidentally no animals or something scared off animals. On a 20 survival, you find an extra set of footprints, poppy-sized. But then you also see that maybe the hobgoblins were walking in single file rather than side by side like stormtroopers.
So
And-
you can tell their numbers.
So you can conceal their numbers.
Sand people.
It's racist. But there's about 5. You can tell there's definitely 5 sets of footprints now. 6 now because you also see poppies. So 5 hobgoblins, 1 not hobgoblin, 1 gnome, and there's blood. And Sylvie, you can also see the blood, and you can tell that shit went down here, almost literally shit, because it's Poppy and she's that height with an axe, right at the pooper. And you can just tell that battle has happened. You actually, after a while, as you move forward, you actually see like there's a dead hobgoblin in the bushes. You can tell that it's cleft in it. You guys got decent enough survival and perceptions, all kind of the same vein. You can tell that there's a big axe hole right in the chest.
You're a big asshole.
Yeah, right in the little chest.
As,
Can I loot it?
as we come across the little footprints and the blood, Ulf's just like, look. They clearly, one of the necromancers had a baby, and now there's more of them.
Yes, I have heard. We are in a forest here that it has no sound, no nature, and I believe that is because of the necrotic energy that permeates the ground. It makes it so animals don't come here. This just further stands to reinforce the fact that there are, in fact, a gaggle of necromancers.
Dope, but yeah, look, Poppy came this way.
Okay, we're just gonna follow Poppy.
Okay. Did you say you wanted to loot the dead body?
Obviously, he might have shiny things.
So you go ahead and spend some time, and you're patting around his weird feeling leather armor, and you feel like there's something in his pockets. And then when you go to reach for it, they're just little pebbles, like little river stones. They look real pretty to a hobgoblin, but to you, they probably have no worth. Unless you sell it to a hippie or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna take him anyway.
Okay, so you have
I'm gonna put pretty rocks.
a handful of pretty river rocks. How how water wears them down and polishes them. That's kind of
Yeah, they're all smooth.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Might be able to find a use for those actually.
And that's about it, because these guys were maybe...
Yeah. Well, you know, just in case.
They're also, like, low intelligence, and he was probably trying to eat them, you don't know. Life.
Entirely possible, yes. Alright, so then we'll all do that, and then we'll follow.
Go ahead and follow. Give me another set of the same type of rolls, either perception to look around, or survival to follow the trail. Perception might lead to both. So that's an 18, a 5. What about Mr. Tiberius Caldwell?
He is also going to continue looking around with his one eye. So at disadvantage, 7.
7. Okay. So with an 18 perception, you could tell which direction they kind of went. However, with the 5 survival and actually like following trails, things kind of split up. Things kind of go in different directions. One kind of goes a little bit more west-northwest. One kind of goes northwest, just flat. And, you know, they kind of go in that, you know, like a 90-degree angle. But, you know, after a while, you can assume that spreads a mile. With 18, you could tell, you know, things are broken around it. You still don't hear any sounds. You don't hear any screams. You do find another dead hobgoblin. This time, it does have, like, a missing limb. Like, its arm has been cut off. And there is a axe wound, probably the killing blow, to the neck. That's just how Poppy does it.
Would you say he's got 2 axe holes?
You know, it's like his phones. One's for the load, one's for the plug.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's it right now. Your trail kind of you can't distinguish poppies. It's like they're all intermingled, and you can't really tell which one is poppies as it leaves this area.
Guys, I think I lost her. I mean, she obviously came this way because dead guy, but the necromancers are using their magic to cloud my senses.
Yes, of course, it is the necromantic energy permeating from the ground. I have heard of this. It was in a story I once read, performed. It was a play I performed. I was a hero that vanquished the necromancer. I had a sunblade. It was glorious. Glowed like the sun. Of course, it was just stage effects, but alas, the blade was amazing, to say the least. I plunged it into his heart. I believe it was a vampire named Gulthias. Was also a necromancer. He was a druid, I think, at the same time.
Man of many skills and talents in schools.
It was a sunken tower, I believe. He was in the basement of a sunken tower. The tower had fallen into the earth. Sundered throne or some other... God dang it, this is awful in my eye. It's dirt. It's wretched. It's fine particulates. Oh, did you say you lost the trail? Is that what I heard you say?
Well, I didn't so much lose it as there's like a bunch of them now.
Oh, which one feels the most necrotic to you, would you say?
The one to the ghost.
I see. But that is the opposite direction of any of these. And Poppy is definitely not fighting a ghost. I believe she has attempted to kill the pod of necromancers.
Pod.
I don't know. I guess we just, like, can't find her. I don't know how to, like, find her.
I have another idea. Bear with me, please. I believe I have recovered both of my eyesight.
Totally do.
Okay, thank you.
Like, all the time.
Then I have one further idea that we could possibly use. If we all simultaneously shout, Poppy! Are you beholden by necromancers here in this forest? Where are you? Have you slain these hobgoblins? Hoberglobins? Are you here? Is there a tiny necromancer baby with you? It appears to have sprung out of someone as if fully alive and ready to go already. Is there a brood mother with you? A necromantic brood mother? Can you hear us?
Stop yelling.
It appears as though she cannot hear us, alas. She is lost to us. Perhaps a slave of the necromancers, a thrall, if you will, turning to undead as we speak.
So I just want to let you know that I wrote down Necromancer Baby and Broodmother.
Alas! We have lost!
Ideas.
We have lost a hero! She was a good one! She fought a good fight, but she is currently having her face eaten by a horde of undead inside the Neverwinter Forest.
I don't know. It looks like she's doing all right.
I've never lost a companion before, boon or otherwise. But it appears as though this day is a dark day, the darkest of nights. We have lost an adventurer. Our journey shall never be the same again!
How long do you keep up the dramatics?
How long does it take us to get back to wherever we're going?
Like maybe 20 minutes.
That whole time.
Yeah, maybe 30 minutes now.
Like, he just starts, like, eventually I assume they just leave, and he just starts following afterwards.
Yep.
Woe and unto me this travesty of loss, beholden unto my heart. The tiniest of barbarians is gone from this day. And he just continues on for a whole...
Oh, geez. And you finally get back to Tarth and the fire, and he stayed there and kept an eye out and kept the fire going. But, mournfully, I guess, if you are sad about this person you barely knew disappearing, you're more than welcome to mourn, but...
And Tiberius comes over and puts a hand on Tarth's shoulder, and he, like, pulls him in. He says, my young Tarth, or Sebastian, whatever you prefer to be called in this hour of darkness, it appears as though your tiny lady love puppy has been taken from us.
No.
What can we do in this time of need? And he just grabs him into the biggest hug ever as he, pats his head as he assumes he's gently weeping.
And he just doesn't know what to do. He has, like, a socially awkward freeze moment.
Yeah, his hands are stuck by his side. He's like, I don't want to be in this hug.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, he, stands up and you, kind of go with him because he's taller than you.
We'll get through this together, my companion. Have no fear. No fear.
No fear. And he, does a pat on your back.
Hodor.
Pretty hard.
Hodor. No fear.
No fear.
Yeah, that's...
Hey, just for the record, that whole thing counted as my watch. It's your turn.
Sure.
That is an elf thing to do. Yeah. Yeah, so he just paces dramatically the whole time.
Okay. The night passes on with no interruptions, unless you so say Tarth should stand watch.
No. Tarth is our minion. He doesn't stand watch.
He's clearly grieving.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He's at a loss.
How can you see with those tears?
What do you see with his special eyes?
My brand. So yeah, you guys wake up in the morning, and Tiberius, you've already been up for about 3-4 hours. Well, maybe a little bit longer because of the whole night watch that you went out and walked around. But it's morning. You guys can make some breakfast, eat some dry tack bread, whatever you got. Maybe some cranberries. I don't fucking know what you got.
Berries. Did I get my hit points back?
Yeah, at this point, you guys are having full rest.
You would wake up. You'd wake up and see that Tiberius has just like an unruly length of scroll of papyrus just going. It's like instead of cut into sheets, it's just one long ass roll, and he has begun writing the play, "The Life and Times of Poppy," so he can perform this. It will be my greatest challenge to perform as a gnome on stage, let alone a female gnome. But her honor shall be remembered. And he is writing the play of Poppy's life.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, time goes on. You guys can continue hitting the road. You guys have a fairly easy time getting it back onto the horse and wagon back onto the road. Or the trail is really not a road like the high road. It's paved enough, though. You have no troubles with that. I will just need. We'll just do 1d20. Whoever wants to roll it to see how your trip goes to Canaberry.
Whoever was leading last time, I assume, is still leading.
Was that you or Sylvie? That was Sylvie last time.
Yeah, Tiberius is now enthralled in his playwrightism.
Did you replace Ulf in the back?
I think we just are both there.
You just both there? Okay.
Ulf is there pretending to read.
Yeah.
They're just making Poppy making Sylvie do all the work.
So the rest of your trip goes rather uneventful. You do run into, you see some waylaid corpses that have been there probably for weeks. So that banditry is a thing around here, whether or not that's orcs or humans or just sturges or whatever. You just see some dead bodies, human bodies, and they're pretty fucking bloated and gross.
Hmm.
Ew. I don't even want to look for shiny things. Grody.
You're people too.
Mike, can I roll medicine at disadvantage for not going close to the bodies?
Yeah, sure.
All right. 8.
8. They're bloated, all right.
Okay. So they've been dead for several days. That's all I can figure out. Cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Makes sense. Yeah, he doesn't want to go near them. He has a play to write.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yep. No, with just doing a quick look, especially if you don't even stop. Yeah. What you can tell, maybe there's some lacerations on them, but they're mostly just bloated ass corpses.
Okay.
In the ditch.
Yeah. It happens.
Yep.
Sometimes you're a bloated ass corpse.
Yep. Is that a corpse that is an ass, or?
Dealer's choice, Mike.
Yep. All right, so let's go ahead and move your character token. You guys go ahead and arrive at the town of Canaberry. So what you see when you get to Canaberry is that it's a small village. It is a roadside village, though. It looks like it's been raided, I guess you could say. It's been several years, and it now lies in ruin. If you want to, maybe what ruined it, that's totally up to you. However, you know that Galia, I think his name is, told you that once you get to Canaberry, there's a trail going to the north into the woods, and that's where you'll find the Grotto of Agatha.
So what does Crunchberry look like? Also, is there a sign?
There is a small sign, but you can see that it's mossed over and it's broken in half.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the buildings are in along the fence posts. You see arrows are stuck in there, and if it's not the full arrow, you can tell that it's just the head or the head and some of the shaft.
Wait, the head and shaft? You lost me at head and shaft. What are you talking about?
Sometimes it just gets lodged in there.
Yeah. So is it welcome to the town of C and then a bunch of moss and broken sign Berry?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
So, he sees the moss and starts to peel some off and reveals the broken part. He says, it appears as though we have arrived to Crunchberry. We also see there is a fire guy, and he has just joined. Arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard. So how does it look like it's just been abandoned? It's not raised or anything like that? It's just a shitty ghost town?
So a lot of the buildings are disheveled, and some of the buildings just have no wall. It's only half the building. Some of them are burned. Actually, a lot of them are burned, I'd say. They're just simple buildings. A lot of them are thatch roofed. Some of them are, one or two stone buildings. Those are the ones that are still actually standing. Mm-hmm. However, windows are broken, doors are obviously broken in, and if not rotted. You can tell there was once a nice inn. It looks like a fairly decent sized inn. That is mostly burned down, but you can see the foundation.
Okay.
Enjoy your stay.
Other than that, it's just a bunch of houses and tavern looking in stables and things like a roadhouse.
Okay. Is there also a kayak one? Arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard. A kayak store,
There is a kayak store.
Yeah.
But oddly enough, they only sell canoes.
Damn it!
Yeah.
They have been. They're all out of kayaks.
They're all out of kayaks, but they got plenty of canoes.
Yeah, can I give you like a look around and like does it look like anyone's been through here anytime recently?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me a perception or a survival if you want. Let's do perception to even see if there's anything here.
A 12.
12. You could tell that it's been a while since it rained. It's been a few days. It's been since like before you got in Phandelver, since it last rained in this area. But you can see like some dried old, like maybe a week, 2 week old tracks in the mud.
Okay. Standard
well,
human-sized tracks.
They're humanoid-sized tracks. They're booted.
Okay.
They're not raw like a, or not raw. They're not naked like a goblin.
They're in the size range of like a medium creature, though.
Yeah, and you can tell like it was a clothed shoe. It was a shoed shoe, a shoed foot, I should say.
A shoed shoe, shoe.
A shoed.
She shells by the shoed foot.
Yes.
He looks down at the tracks and he says, "This must be where we encountered that one lady. What is her name? This must be Sister Gorelli that came through here."
Really? Sister Gorilla?
What's her name?
Gorelia?
That's what I said. That's close. It's close to what's written down.
Close enough.
Gorelli. This must be where she came through and had a failed attempt with the ghost. Perhaps you, Ulf, and he puts his hand on your shoulder. Perhaps you will fare better. Maybe you can romance her as you have your other skeletal friends. Have you wooed a ghost before?
Not yet, but I'm looking forward to meeting her.
The day is young, friend, as are you in your prime of ghost wooery. Which I'm positive is a word.
Ghost
Wooery.
worry?
Wooery. Yeah.
Oh,
Wooery. Yep, it's Woory.
I think it's booery when it's ghosts.
Oh,
Oh, if I dare say that was a joke, you have a promising career in the field of gestury.
I can't take credit. It was Quack's joke.
I am sure it was. I'm sure Quick is quick on the draw. Oh, the puns are the best kind of joke. Oh, that's what I'll teach you today. Lesson 1.
I don't get it.
Okay. So there is a path to the north, Mike, into the forest? Is that what
yes. You know, she said to, like, find where the inn is, and there's a path on the other side of it, on the other side of town, that goes north into the Neverwinter Wood.
Yeah.
so
He's going to start
did we
walking
loot
that
the
way.
town yet?
I mean, it's been ruined for several hundred
It's been
years.
ruined for years. Not, I would say several hundred years. You can tell it's been ruined, like, maybe 5-10 years.
Yeah, but still, I gotta look.
Yeah, that's all, totally up to you. You could spend however long you want to.
Just a few minutes, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, Tiberius is going to be looking around and
22
trail.
investigation.
Do you have any advantages for that free crit?
I think I do. Yeah, I do.
We'll
And
just
if,
say you do.
and if you guys want to hook us up with more advantages, you can A, donate, or B, help us retweet, or help us hit
sure,
those
I do.
follow goals down bottom there. Whenever we hit those goals down at the bottom of the screen, everyone on screen gets advantage.
Like, I just opened up Twitter because I was a scrub and didn't do it earlier.
Yep.
I fucking hate you.
Yeah, I know. It's a real good post, Mike. A Ghost in Crunchberry is the name of the episode, Mike.
The pictures.
Is what it is, yeah. It's a real good post, guys. If you don't retweet, at least go take a look at it. It's fucking good stuff.
Quality internet.
Yeah.
Quality shit posting, Michael.
Guys, if you want to see some good shit posts, twitter.com/
You're in the right place.
Yeah. If you want to see hot garbage on the internet, unMadeGaming has your back. Yeah, so crit. Let me see, I'll put that
So a crit for investigation. What exactly are you, like, going house to house, or are you going straight to certain buildings? You know that there's two stone, structures. You know that there's a clearly what looked like an inn. But you could also assume there's shops and other things. You just would have to spend some time looking for it.
I think.
You just tell me your plan of attack, and we'll decide what kind of loot you're going to get.
All right. What would she be looking for at this point?
I mean, metal lasts for almost ever.
Yeah. So obviously just money.
as
Flat
do
out money.
jewels.
jewels and things like that. So she'd probably go for like whatever shops, like they would have that, or like any larger houses.
Sure. Let's go ahead and say, go ahead and roll me, or money. We'll do the money first. Go ahead and roll me 2d10s. That's how many copper pieces you get. So a percentile, that's a d100.
2d100?
Yes. So you find 64 copper pieces. That's a really high investigation. Go ahead and give me 1d100 for all your silver pieces. 54, so wow, shit. 54 silver pieces, and then go ahead and roll me a 1d20 for your gold pieces. Because gold's a little bit harder to find, so you still find 15 gold pieces. As far as jewels, go ahead and roll me 3 d4s. So you find 5 gems in total. The lion's share of them are going to be smaller green jewels that are worth about 10 gold apiece. 1 jewel will be a larger blue sapphire worth somewhere around 15 to 20 gold per piece, depending on how you sell it. And there is then a red jewel, fairly large, that's worth about 30 gold pieces. And you find the jewels you find only in one of the stone structure houses. You can assume it was the, I don't want to say so much the lord, but it's the town master, much like you have the town master in Phandelver. You can only assume, maybe there's a crest on, etched into the wall. But that's where you find like a lockbox with all that in it. And you probably find like the lion's share of the gold in there as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's, unless I don't think there's like a, thing that says magic item here, but I'm sure we'll be fine. So yeah, after I'm done checking the place out, I will come back and just be like, okay, where are we going?
Alrighty. Yeah, guys, so she comes back, and do you let people know that you have things, or do you kind of just stow them away?
No. I stow them away.
Alright.
I think my party knows me well enough at this point to know that I have stuff, and if they really, really, really need it, maybe they'll ask me and we'll see what happens.
Plus, it's sacks of coins, so she just...
No, I'm a rogue. I'm sneaky. I have perfect camo black armor, and it has lots and lots of pockets in it.
That's not how coins work. It doesn't muffle a sound at all.
You just put lots of them all over, so they don't clink. Right?
It's just like one coin at each. You have a bunch of hundreds of tiny pockets,
Yeah.
and it's like pockets within pockets. You just put like one, then you pull it, then one, and then you pull it in one. It's like an array of pockets just coming off of you.
And I get eventually I'll get like an extra point to my armor class because I'm just covered in
coins. It's studded mail. It's splint mail because it's all coins. Oh god damn it. Yeah. So in the meantime, I guess Tiberius would be finding that path.
Yeah, sure. I'm not going to make you roll for it. You just eventually find it.
Yeah. I mean, we had directions to it, so I'm sure it was.
Yeah, exactly. That was on the other side of the inn.
Yeah. So he would be looking for that while she's off doing whatever she was doing.
Sure, and you might go up it a little bit and kind of see what's
he does a little scouty scout up the path and comes back.
Sure. While you're up there, you do find what looks like maybe an alchemy shop. It's kind of hard to say. There's the old sign is still there. It's like a cast iron sign, and it looks like it's kind of rusted at this point, but it does look like a bottle or a flask, or maybe it's a cauldron, or you don't quite know. Maybe it's a spirit store and it's just wine.
He goes in. He'll go and check that out because he found an alchemy kit before. And
Okay.
He doesn't know anything about alchemy, so maybe he'll find a book or something.
Go ahead and give me an investigation.
An investigation.
Yes.
Boop. 11.
11. It's not great, however, you do find an herb kit.
Okay.
And you find a book. In whatever language you can't read, what can you read?
I can read good. Common and Elvish.
In Elvish, you find, we'll say, it's a dwarven alchemy, a hill dwarven alchemy book.
Okay, so I find an herbalism kit and a dwarven alchemy book.
Yep. It's indistinguishably dwarven. It's got it's a nice book. It's a really nice book. Whether you want to read it or sell it, it'll be worth something.
Yeah, I think
It's got a nice metal clasp on it. A very thick binding.
Yeah, he'll return back to the wherever the hell Ulf is, and then he will promptly hand Ulf the book that says, "Ulf, I have found another mysterious dwarven tome. Perhaps you can read this as well as the other bit of dwarven you are reading."
More. Dwarves aren't good writers, They talk a lot about extra details, the metals, and the rocks, and minerals. Is it important?
I believe it could be. I don't read Dwarven, so I couldn't tell you. But look at how fancy the bindings are. There's a metal clasp here on the front.
You've played dwarves, haven't you?
Here at the front. Metal clasp.
Ulf will, kind of impatiently take the book from Tiberius.
That's a good man. Good.
Put it aside and go back to fixing himself up, cleaning all the crap off him.
Yeah. Do you at least read the title on the book?
Yeah.
Okay. On it just says basic transmutations in Dwarven.
Tiberius is unrolling the scroll and he says loudly, "Ulf Lang, the great scholar of Dwarven society." Yes, and then he makes a show of rolling it back up.
Yep.
Ulf has a hot date. He's only semi-interested.
He's only got a semi right now.
Yeah.
So I guess Sylvie comes up and then we head the fuck out.
Well, Ulf, what did you do while you were in town? Did you just keep reading your book, you fucking nerd?
No, he's been looking through his familiar's eyes so that he can see himself as he straightens his eyebrows and cleans up his clothes. And
It's good stuff.
gets himself all presentable.
Combs the beard.
Yeah.
It's pretty good stuff. I can dig it.
Sorry, just written down.
Ulf, fly as fuck.
Yep, yeah, I'll put that down. Ulf,
Eyebrows on fleek.
ugly AF.
Ready for hot dickin'.
Hot and ready like Little Caesars. All right.
Little quick. Little quick.
Alright, so I assume you guys just after a while, you guys kind of I got this thing, and then you fix, and then by the time you get done doing that, everybody's back because you do that 20 minutes. I can get that right. You guys kind of meet right outside the tavern. It just seems to be the center of the town, like most taverns are.
Yeah. So I have found a path here on the other side of the inn that leads into the necromantic forest of Neverwinter Wood.
And you guys look at the woods. Normal can be. Nothing necromantic looking about it that you can tell. But, Tiberius is Tiberius. It's necromantic. But from what you guys can tell, just looking at it.
And there's a ghost in there, guys.
It's poplar and pine and, it's just normal.
Yeah.
I think I just sort of assume that everything that Tiberius says is slightly exaggerated.
That's fair. It's like he's an actor.
Almost.
It's he's very dramatic about everything.
Yeah. Also, don't judge the trees. You don't know how popular they are.
Bro, do you see those fine-looking trees?
They have the roots with the fur.
Bro, you don't have straight spines like that and not get the girl, all right?
There's apple-bottom trees, roots with the fur.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep it going. I couldn't.
Nope.
So we go up the path.
You go up the path, yeah.
Yep.
A tree falls on Tiberius and he's dead.
Super dead.
Finally.
Lightning strikes. It's so weird.
But then Necromancer comes out and resurrects you.
No.
It's the Necromancer Woods, or the Neverwinter Woods.
The Nevermancer Woods. He's a nevermancer. See, the
That's
whole
great for somebody who
time.
wants to be a mage and just can't do magic.
He's a nevermancer.
Or a nevermancer.
Oh.
All right, stealing idea.
Yep, put that in a D&D game. Yeah. So what is this path like? Is it all overgrown? Is it all like?
It's very much overgrown. It's the dirt is still there, but you could tell like it's been decades, so it's mostly grown back.
Mhm.
However, it used to be fairly well trodden. People, trappers and hunters would go into the woods, so it's a fairly common trail. At this point, though, it's been quite abandoned, and it's kind of hard to follow. You have to go single path,
Okay.
single file.
But we can easily find it. We can easily.
Oh
track
yeah,
it
it's
down.
easy to delineate where it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Just define your marching order, and if you keep an eye out, or if you just keep going, or
I'll definitely keep an eye out.
Yeah, Tiberius
I
is going
should-
first, probably.
I should probably go in the middle.
Ulf is always last.
Yeah. And the middle will be safest for me anyway.
okay. So Tiberius, because you're going first, go ahead and give me active perception.
11.
11. Go ahead and roll me a 1d4. Nothing dangerous. It just determines distance. You're 1d4 miles away. You're 1 mile.
1 miles away.
So about 1 mile up the path, you find on your right a pretty much like a half dome, or just not a half dome, a dome, because that's half a sphere anyway.
Yep.
You see that it's just as not so much, I don't want to say downtrodden, but it's just as dilapidated as the town.
Mhm.
It, basic thatching, and it's circular, so it's got like wood walls and all that. However, it's like overgrown. Like roots have come up, trees have grown limbs over top of it where they once probably would have been well kept. You can tell that a stream is right there, but the mud is just everywhere, probably flooded, and nobody cleaned it up. So
What
It's
is
pretty
this? Is it just like
it's a house. It's a house. I'm sorry, it's a hut.
Okay.
And by description, it probably sounds like a witch's hut, or not so much a witch's hut, but a hermit's hut.
Okay. Is there? So just to make sure that I, Mike, know what's going on, we were told to find a ghost in a lagoon, not a ghost in a hut.
Where'd you get this lagoon?
That's what Lady What's Her Face. I actually took notes on that. She said a lagoon. No? Fairly
Not
certain.
a lagoon at all.
She said lagoon. No?
Nope.
Well,
Nope. To get to a lagoon, you'd have to be at the coast. Lagoons are not.
Was it a legume?
like a bean? She has a ghost of a bean? No? Flicking her ghost bean? Yeah, I heard ghost in a lagoon holds a grimoire from Bojangles, a possible necromancer.
It
That's what I
was a
heard.
bean. We've come all this way on
For
a
a
fart joke
bean.
that nobody picked up on.
Yeah, it was a bean. It was a bean.
Nope.
Yeah, alright, so I heard lagoon somewhere, and I was like, a hut? I don't give a shit about a hut. I'm looking for a lagoon. Looking for a grotto.
You probably heard me say layer, but I certainly didn't say lagoon.
I don't know, man. I'm hearing lagoons all over the place.
Yeah, no, it literally says say this, and then part of it is Grelia seeks out Agatha in her lair.
Oh.
So,
So we need layers like an ogre.
like an ogre, to be more like an onion.
Yeah, like a parfait, because everyone loves parfaits. So you said this looks like a witch's hut, or a
Not so much
hermit's,
a
hermit's
hermit's hut is what I meant.
Okay.
I just automatically assume witches are hermits and hermits are witches.
hut? I mean, they can be hermetical,
Yep.
hermetically sealed. Does the path continue, or is this pretty much where it ends?
No, it continues. But you'd have to go down to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, Tiberius pointed out to everybody.
And maybe somebody else better remembers that transaction.
There appears to be a small hut here in the distance. I don't know if this is a ghost's lair, but it does appear to be a small house, a hovel, perhaps.
Okay, why don't you go, knock on the door?
No one has lived here, and if it is a lair, it is a ghost.
Yeah, but you don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
That is true. In that case, you know what, Ulf? I apologize. This is your date night. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
would allow me to present you to her ladyship, Agatha, the ghost of the legumes.
It's such a nice name. Wait, before we go, who has the comb?
I do.
I was going to say Sylvie should have that.
Okay, as long as I just wanted to make sure we didn't go in half-cocked.
No, we need you at full mast to deal with this ghost. And as he says that, he pulls out his song horn, which is like a flute that extends out into two horns, and he's like, and he goes into his. That's how flutes work, Mike. It's a magical flute. I'm sorry, Mike. Fluty toot toot, fluty toot toot, fluty toot toot. Shut up, you jerk. That's how fucking flutes work.
If anything, that's more like a clarinet.
You're a fucking clarinet, all right?
Or a horn. It's just a horn. That's
So that he sheaths his horns, and he elaborately announces, "My lady Agatha of the Legumes, this I present to you, Ulf-Lang, scholar of dwarven lore, wizard arcanum, from the lands far north of Waterdeep and or Neverwinter, studier of magic, purveyor of great vast knowledge." And he's basically doing the intro from Knight's Tale. And his enormous manhood. He bows him in. And he goes, Ulf-Lang!
The horn of string bean welcoming.
Sylvie has disappeared.
Yes, she has.
Yep, that makes sense.
And Ulf is like pretty casually started walking up to the hut.
You could say you're all about it. Like it was the greatest intro you ever
You have a
seen.
little bit of a swag in your walk.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as much as Ulf can.
So no swag. Okay.
He looks like a guy who's trying to do it but failing.
So you're just limping.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you limp up to the door trying to look suave. And what do? Do you knock? Do you open it up? What?
I mean, yeah, Ulf doesn't want to be rude. He'd knock.
Yep. You sure knock. Do you do like a gentle rasping, or do you like give a good manly knock?
It's probably gentle rasping.
Gentle rasping. Okay, yeah. You sure give a gentle rasp upon that witch's door.
Hello, Agatha? Is this your house?
You hear nothing.
We've come a long way just to see you. We brought a present.
After a while, the air kind of grows a little bit chillier, and a feeling comes upon you all of just dread. Like this just physical fear. It is now physical feeling of fear, I should say. And after a while, a cold, pale light emerges from the door, and it starts off kind of like an orb, and then it begins to take shape very quickly into a robed figure, which kind of looks like, a while you can't really tell what it is. It looks vaguely humanoid, and after a minute, it fully displays itself as what looks like a ghostly elven woman who is kind of hot. You kind of have a skull boner for her. But she also has terrifying bitch face. Not the same as resting bitch face. This is like, I eat people's hearts bitch face.
Tiberius, there's no mast. There's no mast.
Be strong, Ulf! Full mast! Rage on, my friend! A hero of your time you shall be.
And as soon as you end that, she says, "What do you want here? Do you not know that it is death that awaits?"
Well, I mean, I'm kind of all about that. But we came, we brought you a present, and we wanted to talk to you, and maybe thought we could be friends.
Say you miss her whispering eye.
I miss your lazy eye.
Nailed it.
What did you want to speak about? And what is this gift that you speak of?
We brought a... And he kind of turns and looks and doesn't see Sylvie. We brought a... We'll get to
Oh, you see stealth with the gift.
Can I roll a sleight of hand to try and
like reverse pickpocket him.
yeah, reverse.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, he sure does. However, I don't know if he like pats it. Yeah, no, you do it. Whether or not Ulf realizes it, that's beside the point.
Almost.
Almost. You have like the faintest feeling, like you don't know if you just let out like a fear fart or what, but something feels a little bit different right now.
We have it. It's a comb. It's really nice. We'll get it to you, but
you don't bring it with you?
well, like, and he starts to like pat himself down. My friend had it, and presuming we find him.
She looks at Tiberius.
She would have intentionally put it like in an easy pocket that he
like it's in like his robes, so he can easily feel that there's weight there. Okay, I'll go ahead and say at this point, go ahead, just give me like a perception with advantage.
Is that a comb in your pocket, or are you happy to see her?
Yeah. And so it's like it just. I always imagine it's almost as if when she's putting it in the pocket, you kind of reach in there and you pick it out of her hand instead, and you have the comb.
Oh, it's this. It's like super nice, right?
Do you try to hand it to her?
Yeah.
She's a ghost.
Very, very unceremoniously.
It is quite nice. Does it remind you of someone? And she kind of pushes her ghost hair out of the way.
Yeah. One of you.
You shouldn't have.
The beauty of your wispy figure knows no bounds.
The beauty of your wisdom figure.
No bounds.
No bounds.
No bounce. There's no bounce. Well, I am a bit ghostly, I guess you could say. I guess I don't bounce as well as I used to.
Roll Tide.
Well,
it happens to the best of us.
Well, you said you had questions for me, yes? I will answer but one.
Oh,
Choose wisely.
Oh, we only get one. And Ulf kind of like looks back at Tiberius. Okay, well, what we really came for was to find the necromancer book. We were told you knew where it was.
Necromancer book, you say? And she sits there and thinks a little bit, because it's been a while. It's been centuries. Well,
Bojangles.
oh, I believe your friend meets Bogentle, or Bogentle.
Yeah,
Really, it's called.
he's super bad with names.
Bogental.
He thinks Queck's name is Quick.
What a fool! Yes, I could tell. Well, I sold that book years ago, almost 100, maybe 20. I don't know. But I sold it to a man from the city of Erebor. Oh, it's been over 100 years. His name was Sarnath. Sarnath. I'm almost as bad as names as the gentleman back there.
Can you write that in chat?
Yeah, I'll put that in chat. This is what it sounds like she's saying.
Sarnath from Erebor. Is that even a place now?
Roll history. No, you only get one question. That's what she said.
No. I mean, like, let's know.
Give me a history.
I can do that.
16. Yeah, no, it's somewhere. It's somewhere on the map.
Are we in? Am I in audible distance, Mike?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I am going
Yes.
to.
Sylvie is hiding and listening.
I'm gonna possibly use one of my advantages, but boop. I'll use my advantage, my last one,
Sure.
to know about a Sarnath or an Erebor.
What'd you get?
A
So
20.
Sylvie. Okay, so the two 16s. You're going to get a little bit more information. So we'll start with Tiberius with a 12. You know.
I have a 20.
Oh, you had advantage. Okay, so you all know this. It is known as the Overland City. It's also known as the City of 1,000 Spires. It's a large city. It's the largest city in Sunset Vale of the Western Heartlands of Faerun. Let's see. Let me find a bigger map. I can try to share that with you.
I'm sorry. Say that one more again. Erebor is the something sunset
It's
Vale?
known as the Overland City and the City of 1,000 Spires. You know that this is in Sunset Vale, which is part of the Western Heartlands region. You know what? You know what this is? It's going in chat. That's what this is.
Good times. Good shit.
Straight from the Forgotten Realms wiki.
Good stuff, Mike. GG.
Yeah, boy.
Poop post.
With a 20, you know of the inns there, Tiberius. I'll give you this with your 20. You know of the Wandering Wyvern, the Black Boar, the Old Talking Ox, and the Dreaming Dragon.
Black Boar, Wandering
It's in chat.
Wyvern. Okay.
Just remove those parentheticals.
Making up words like an asshole.
I mean, parenthetical is a word, I'm just probably not using it right.
Whatever, Mike. Think you're cool making up words? Or you think you're Tiberius?
Bro, don't fuck with me.
What kind of show you think this is? I'll kill your dwarf.
You would, you fucking piece of...
Do I know where the Sunset Vale and the Western Heartlands is?
Yeah, it's like down the coast. It's down the Sword Coast, south of
Okay.
Arky.
So past the Mere of Dead Men?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, way down there. It's like it's a hike to get down there.
Okay.
But you've probably maybe started there, or not maybe started there, but you've made the pilgrimage in and back
Yeah.
at one point because you're,
I mean,
you're
if
not
it's
a young boy, right?
If it's a famous town, then I've been there. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm a performing artist of
Yes.
some renown, I would say.
Totally didn't get chased out for my bad acting.
Garganimal says, remove the paraplegics from the chat.
The fair. Oh,
Parentheticals. Yeah, that's it. That's all I have.
so
So that's probably super useful. We could find that guy.
well, he was a human, I think. I don't. Maybe he was a dwarf. I don't know. I've been so angry and ghostly for centuries. I don't know.
Do you know that we just hit 10 out of 10 retweets? Which means 10 out of 10, guys, everyone gets advantage.
Yay!
Gosh,
Yeah.
that sucks that you've been angry so long.
Yes, but today makes things a little. Maybe I'll start tomorrow on a new foot. Oh, I don't have any feet.
She's a wisp.
It's just like a little Casper tail.
Yeah.
Feet are overrated. Just
They hurt all the
remember.
time. Yes, I remember that. Oh, how do I hikes? Oh, awful. I just want to be at home reading books.
I got some books. We could read them together if you want.
Maybe another time.
Oh, so I can come visit again?
I mean, as long as you bring me pretty things. And
Oh.
commentary.
I promise.
Goodbye. Be gone.
Love at first sight, Ulf.
Awful, like wave and be very friendly, but turn around and just make this disgusted face as he looks at Tiberius. Walk back. I mean, I heard the expression from Gundren once. He said she was a butterface. I think this applies.
Oh, yes, it is. Like a majestic painting. It's great from afar to appreciate, but when you get close, you see it for what it really is. Dead art.
I don't really know art, but she had these teeth.
It's like dead art.
It's like dead art.
What does that mean?
It means he's an actor and he thinks that paintings and statues are shit art and you need to portray it on stage, live and in person. And this painting, this shillery. It's a mockery of the arts.
It's literally called art.
But I got a name and I got a place. And I don't know. Maybe that'll be good enough for what's her name.
Sister
Yes.
Aurelia.
Yes, Sister G.
Sister Jeezy.
Young Jeezy.
She was young.
Mike, you see that they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but they're fucking wrong. 1,000 words is worth 1,000 words. A picture is shit.
Is this Tiberius talking to me right now?
Breaking the fourth wall.
He's teaching you about art, Mike.
You guys just see him looking like off to the woods.
Yeah, he's having a colloquial aside as if he's on
Yeah.
stage. And it was then that I said unto myself that they say that art is worth 1,000 words, but they are so wrong. And unto them I say, 1,000 words is worth 1,000 words, and paintings are shit when you can see a stage performance in great stadium amphitheater. And he's just having a conversation with himself as if to an audience.
You even like do some grandstanding with, you do poses and shit.
Yeah, it's as if there's it's as if there's a spotlight and he's just doing like a walk back and forth, like as if the rest of the play just stayed still and he's just doing like an inner monologue out loud.
And you use like nature around you as props.
Yeah.
So that happens for as long as you want it to.
This is what happens when you take drama in high school, guys.
Yeah, knowing Tiberius, it's going to be a hell of a long time.
Yeah. So you guys can discuss whatever you need.
Yeah. So, okay, so we have to go to the city, I guess, or something?
Well, I don't know. I don't really know where it is. I don't know.
So, before you say anything, do you remember your objective? Was it to find the book or just get information on the book?
I believe it was just information.
Yeah.
It's up to you. I'm just saying, like, it's kind of 50-50 on what you want to do, but... Or you mean option 3 is really just fuck off?
I mean, Ulf just kind of wanted to get the book and pull the switcheroo.
I just didn't want you guys to have the expectation to go, 1,000 miles south.
Yeah, it kind of sounds out of the way.
It's pretty
Just a little bit, just day trips,
Several
It's
days.
a month trip. It's fine.
I mean, I really just wanted to meet a ghost for the first time, and I did. And it was pretty great.
Mhm.
So we could go back and tell her we got a name and a city,
Yeah.
and maybe she'll have more.
Yeah, maybe we should just, go and tell her and then, see, what she says. Because maybe, I don't know, she'll have, ideas or something. Or, be able to, look it better.
We do
Whatever.
have other stuff to do, too. Gundren might be dead, and Poppy might be dead. Who else? Lots of people, might be dead.
And that is, of course, why seeing a stage performance is better than seeing art in a museum or a fine mansion. Now then, what are we doing, Ulf? You said you were finding the necromancer, yes? What is happening?
Oh, wow. You're just coming in now.
You see that Erebor lies far to the south along the Sword Coast. It's the city of 1,000 spires. It's not literally 1,000 spires, it's just a colloquial term for many spires there. An over-exaggeration, if you will. I'm sure you're familiar with the term. But it's far to the south.
There might actually be 1,000.
I assure you, there's no possible way there's 1,000 spires. It's too many. It's at least a few too many. They'll be shy a few. No one's gonna count to 1,000. That's absurdities. So, do we journey today? Start now.
I don't know. Do we, have anything to do?
I mean, Gundy is still
here?
probably dead.
What about, here where we are?
I mean, there is a clutch of necromancers here in these woods.
Are we sure?
Are you sure? You also said you saw clear necromancer footprints.
Yeah, but Poppy probably killed them all already.
You make a point.
She, kills things.
She is quite
A lot.
heroic. I will sing her tale on stage. Perhaps when we get back to Toblerone's Stonehill Bar and Grill.
Bar and grill.
Well, Sildar said he was gonna look some stuff up while we were gone, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
so,
So if we just go back, maybe have a nice little camping trip, and then go see what he's got and tell her what we got, and then I don't know.
And then we'll like see what happens.
Yeah, like what do you call it, Tiberius? Improv?
I don't know what you call it.
No, you don't. We'll
But-
play it by ear.
Ulf, I advise you that we are in the presence of a tiny lady. Perhaps you should cover up with that book I gave you. The metal clasp.
I'm fine. I'm fine. She's learned to deal with it by now.
Son of a bitch. I would... careful for the eyes. That's what I'm saying. Just be gentle, man. Did we leave Toph again? Is this... I'm surprised he hasn't run away.
He's watching the... You can bring the horse and cart up the path, so he's watching that.
He's really taking to this manservant business.
He's a good guy. He saw what we did to the other ones.
Yes, good. So I believe we should get back, and I will continue writing my musings on the life and times of Poppy Shatork.
What?
Poppy Shatork. That was her name. And you called yourself friends. She had a last name.
I guess.
Huh.
I don't know it. Okay.
You're just making this up, aren't you?
No, her name is Poppy Shatork.
You're a liar.
She
Yeah.
said it several times.
Okay. Whatever.
It's worst traveling companions ever. You even know someone's name. Like you are Ulf Lang, Tiberius Caldwell, Sylvie the Thief, Poppy Shatork.
That's not my name.
But they call me Sylvie. That's not my name. Oh, Christ. Yeah, so he starts heading back towards the caravan.
Whatever. Why am I with these guys?
Maybe that's why Poppy ran away.
Yeah.
I think you were literally here because the other option was prison.
Yeah. I think so too.
No one knows why Ulf is here, and Tiberius loves Old Gundy.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was either help Gundy out or get tossed in jail.
Yeah, so we make it back to the cart.
Yep, so what do you guys do? Do you guys want to, right now it's probably midday, so you could either fuck around town for a little bit, or you could go down the trail a little bit and camp, and then get to Phandelver by tomorrow evening. It's up to you. You guys have options, or you could just explore. It's totally open to you.
Ulf kind of assumes Sylvie took everything of value in town, so I mean he's got no interest here.
Yeah, we did lose her for an extended period of time, so we assume everything in a 1 mile radius is looted.
Okay.
Can I loot everything in a 1 mile radius?
A natural 20, yes. Yeah, so what do you guys do? You tell me. You guys just blow right through Conneberry and go back on the trail, or that's what it sounded like, right?
Yeah, that's what.
Okay. Okay, so you can do 1, 2. You guys can get a boot there, and I'm gonna need a D20 roll. If you get whoever wants to do it, whoever thinks they're leading. And it'll be if you get a 17 or higher, something happens. Nothing happens. You have a peaceful, delightful afternoon of hearing Ulf and Tiberius probably whine and lecture on about something unimportant and something you don't care about. Yeah, so it's time to make camp. Uneventful, but you're in a good part of town. This is you can definitely tell this is like kind of close to where you found the dead bodies. However, it's getting pretty dark at this point. If you want, you can spend a little bit more time to go further down the road to an area that might be a little bit safer, or at least not have dead bodies in it. or you could try to like go up the hills a little bit more.
I mean, here's fine.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Okay.
Yeah, no one. There's dead bodies here. No one's gonna want to be here, except for a necromancer. This is the best place to trap a necromancer. Dag
Yes.
blasted, you've done it again, Ulf. Your genius knows no bounds.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you guys go down towards the stream, or do you go up the hill?
Away from the stream, because that's what we
Yep.
planned last time. Yeah, so just up.
I would assume as much, but I don't know if you guys want to be weird.
Yep.
Whoever's finding camp, go ahead and give me a survival check, and it'll determine what kind of location you find.
I'll throw one out there for you. Bloop.
A 12. So you kind of go up the hill. In this area, it's a little bit, I guess I want to say not rock, it's rootier. It's more roots in the ground, so it takes a little while. But you find something in about almost a mile up.
Is
Not
it,
almost a mile.
is it like a black pudding or a pudding pop? Rudy. No. No, not making that jump with me, buddy.
Nope.
Let's pull that ripcord. Well.
Yeah, nope. So you go about 3/4 of the mile up from the path to find something that's actually like campable. Right now, it's just thick copse of trees, and also it's just not the greatest conditions. The ground is kind of soft though, so if you find a place that isn't root, it's fairly soft. But you find something eventually.
Okay.
And then you guys if you guys have any kind of role playing before you set up watches, let's go ahead and do that. Maybe you guys can come up with a tale.
A tail?
A tale or a conversation you guys are going to have.
Oh. Yeah, so I guess while someone else is setting up camp, Tiberius is going to perform the life and times of Poppy Shotork.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you going to go full red face for this one?
Yeah, yeah. He's just going to. He's got like an elaborate disguise kit, and he pulls what he has of hair. Puts like a wig on, an elaborate wig, and it's in pigtails. And he has procured a battle axe out of wood that you didn't see him carving earlier today. And he has like face paint on. He's put the red face paint on his streaks. And he does his performance of Poppy Short Torque. It's mostly interpretive dance. Like, despite the amount of writing you saw, it's like a lot of work went in.
Words.
Yeah, it's a lot of words. A lot of like thought went into it, but it's mostly interpretive dance. So it's like a very aggressive ballet. Like he invented hip hop, if I could say. Like he's popping and locking with two axes, and despite the fact that she didn't actually use axes at all. And he is just making elaborate slash movements, like he's a plane conductor, to interpret what it means to be Poppy Shotork. Every once in a while, there's an aside to the audience that may or may not be there.
I think Gargamel's onto something. Garganimal.
Garganimal? We need a performance roll? Dude, I'll give you a performance roll.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that is a good. Yeah, give me one.
Yeah. So I am disguised as Poppy right now, so I have advantage on all performance checks. So a 15, Mike.
It needs music.
Yeah.
Other than that, it is a work of art.
Yeah. The downside is I need both hands to use the axes for the elaborate gestures, and I can't play the song flute, the songhorn. I need both hands for the songhorn, so I can't. I'm not a one-man band. I can't do it all.
You also conveniently can't help set up camp.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gosh.
'cause I need both hands for the axes.
Right. So while I'm setting up camp.
What's Ulf doing during all this?
Probably like being moved to tears. It's a little too soon. But
he
he
wipe your tears away.
Yeah, he did it so right, and he's like muttering to the skull about the performance.
Wilson.
She was so tiny and so sweet.
Her head was about your size.
She made that man explode.
Oh, the blood. So much blood.
So you guys have Tarth here, by the way. So Tarth would have helped you obviously set up camp. He probably would have done most of it if you let him. So what's your watch order? Who's going to determine watches? I know
think it's
Tiberius.
the same order.
You are fairly tired, though. Keep that in mind. You did have a little bit of extra time you didn't get to spend sleeping.
Yeah, he's the last watch.
Okay.
So I think it's the
I'll
same
go
order.
first.
Yeah, so it just goes Sylvie, Ulf, Tiberius.
Yeah.
Unless you want to interject with Tarth in there.
No, we'll just take a
Yeah,
little
let
bit
him.
longer. Well, he doesn't have dark vision either. He's a human too.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys have a little bit longer. It's going to be a longer rest overall then, because you now have to split your watches in thirds instead of fourths.
Yeah.
Because you just, by the rules and by common sense, you just have to rest longer to cover that. So we'll go ahead and during each person's thing, it's another d20, and then that'll determine if you find something. So it goes Sylvie, Ulf, Tiberius. And we'll just start with Sylvie first and then roll down the list. 12. It's a peaceful night. For some reason, while you're sitting there doing watch, part of the axe movements just keeps going through your head, and you're kind of doing it with the bow a little bit. You can't help but be moved, almost literally.
Yeah. It's like you can hear the music in your head that would have been.
Yeah.
No one swings like Poppy. No one fights like Poppy. Douses their body in blood like Poppy. Yeah, that's the music.
Your turn. Go ahead and give me a d20 roll. It's your watch. Nothing happening during the Mad Fish watch.
Sorry, was that me?
Yep.
Yes, that's you.
Okay. I was caught up in Gaston.
It's Poppy.
My mistake.
16. You also have a very uneventful, almost boorish watch. Nothing happens. You swear you heard Tarth talking in his sleep. But that's about it. He just kind of mumbled in his sleep, and that's about it. Tiberius, same thing. It's just a great night, and you practice. You have plenty of time to practice your performing arts.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah, he's just writing choreography now at this point. He's on the back of the giant scroll.
Yeah.
He
And,
has the
doing,
feelings.
key instructions.
Yeah, he has the feelings and emotions which he wants to purvey through his dance, but now he's doing the steps. And it looks like an elaborate maze of those like old school dance things where it's like 2 footprint, then zigzag lines, 2 footprint, then zigzag lines, 1, and then like axe movements.
Does he have like happy faces for like the different emotes?
Yeah.
Lion face.
Yeah, it's like he has parentheticals with like numerals in there. So you can refer back to the other side of the sheet to know how to viscerally express your emotions that Poppy Shotok was so easily able to do.
Yep. So you wake up in the morning with erectile dysfunction.
Well, I mean, I was already awake.
Yeah. No, but you fully wake up.
I don't have morning wood at that position.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it. You guys I'm assuming, going to spend the rest of the day just getting back to town, or did you have anything on the side that you'd like to do?
Does Ulf have morning wood? Mourn.
Always.
Good.
I think just along the way, he's going to finally thumb through this other book that Tiberius gave him.
Oh, you mean the special secret book that I stole?
No, the
Or
other
just
one. The one
you?
I
No,
found.
and the one from the alchemist shop.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. The basic transmutations, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's basic theories and some practical application of changing metals and minerals into other things, or just changing their state entirely with other chemicals and alchemy.
So it's going to be interspersed periodically with I told you, minerals, metals. Oh my God, dwarf books suck.
There is some basic alchemy in there as well. So if you guys are trying to do any kind of alchemy, though you're not proficient, you do have a slight advantage.
Sweet.
Unless you guys choose to train and become proficient.
Yeah.
At least I assume nobody's proficient in it, because that does mean, Ulf, would you be proficient? Do you have any proficiencies in?
Nope.
Okay. And that's it. You guys are arriving at the town of Phandelver. The town is yours. You're approaching the town. I leave it to you to decide what you do right away, or don't do right away.
Approach triumphantly, like heroes.
Go for it.
I feel like
We
that's
know
our
what we're doing.
yeah, that's our default mode of operation. Approach like heroes.
Act like you know what you're doing.
Yeah. I've read in a book once before. So yeah, we approach the town.
Where do you go?
I guess we'll go to the.
We wait for the DM to switch to the town map.
Oh, that's right. I mean, you guys know that there's stuff in town. Come on.
Yeah.
I think we gotta start stabling the horse and whatnot.
But you know what I do know, Mike? I do know that Garganimal has just subscribed on GameWisp.
Ooh.
Which means, for us, that means we hit our 1 out of 1 subscriber goal, which means everyone gets advantage again. Also, that one's not on screen. That's a secret hidden one. Don't worry about that one. But that means, Garganimal, you get 500 souls immediately in chat. I'll do that momentarily. You get extra souls in chat just for being here. You get 1 free crit or botch to give out every month, and 1 free advantage or disadvantage to give out every month. You get access to our exclusive sub-only Discord voice and chat channels. And we do a sub-only... movie night every Sunday at 7-ish. So yeah, it's pretty fucking rad. And if anyone else is curious about what that means, I'll post sub in chat. And that puts us 1 closer to giving away Volo's Guide to Magic. I believe we're at like
Guide to
16.
Magic?
Yeah, Guide to Magic. It's the future one. I believe we're at like 16 or 17, which means we're only a few.
Nice.
We're only a few away, which is pretty
Nice.
goddamn cool.
Sweet.
So let's see. Give Garganimal 500.
So you guys have control of the token while he's doing that. You guys can decide. Do you guys go to the inn? It's good evening times right now. So it's like this is prime time to go to the tavern and maybe make some gold from performances, or just a good time to socialize.
We should probably go to the shrine at least and tell the lady what we found.
It's also right next door, so it's convenient.
Yeah.
So you see Sister Graelia just sitting kind of... There's like not so much a bench, but the wall is kind of low enough that she's just sitting on it. And she asks, no scratches on you? No. Well, there's one less of you. How was the trip?
It
It was like fine.
Fine. This was an undertaking of perilous doom. There are necromancers in the woods of Neverwinter Wood. An entire clutch of them. A coven.
Necromancers?
Yes, there's a squad at least, at the very smallest amount.
Did you see them?
Of course, we found footprints and dead hobgoblins. They took Poppy. We are sure she's still lost in the woods, fighting the good fight in her spirit form.
Or she's just like, I don't know, you could probably just follow the corpses.
She doesn't... She doesn't believe you. She's part of the intelligence network. So she looks at you, says, yes, an entire clutch of necromancers.
Yes, yes. Ulf said at least 3 and possibly a baby. Necromancer.
God damn. Give me a second.
Sylvie's just shaking her head.
A child necromancer. They start them early. I have heard the wild pods of necromancers.
Clutch.
I've also said a murder, a pod, a coven,
Yeah,
And
I've
that
been
baby.
asking.
a squad.
I've been asking people what they think the collective noun is. So far we have a raise,
Mm-hmm.
a dabble,
Okay. I used a
a
gaggle
dig.
as well. I
a
used a
dig,
dig.
necromancers.
I like big.
I'm just using collective nouns from other animals that I know of. Like a pod is whales,
Yeah.
A rafter
A
of
rafter.
necromancers.
a murder of crows, a blessing of unicorns, a curse of necromancers. That's it right there. That's what it is.
Ooh,
It's a curse
curse.
of necromancers.
Yep.
There you
That's
go.
it. That's the collective noun.
Well, at any rate, what happened to the little one? Not you, but the other little one. The other little friend.
I said that.
She
You said-
like
She's
You said
fighting.
clutch.
Yes, she's fighting
She
the
like-
necromancers in the woods.
Oh, she's not fighting the necromancers by herself. You left her do it by herself?
She seemed
well,
to
we
run
didn't
off.
let her go. She just sort of left.
In a rage.
Oh, so she took her own charge and is her mission in life, perhaps.
Sure, I would assume.
I guess.
The necromancers, yes.
Yes. You see, in Crunchberry there was a ghost
And
that
the
lived
baby,
here.
of course.
Well, yes, a small child one, of course, yes. So in Crunchberry there was a ghost you said had lived there in a lagoon. And the orcs had swept through, leaving death in their wake, and it wasn't long before the necromancers led a charge against Thunder Tree and razed the city to the ground. I'm sure you're familiar with Thunder Tree. They razed the city to the ground, and so there's a ghost here in Crunchberry, and there's an undead horde in Thunder Tree. The only space in between is Neverwinter Wood. And where there is one necromancer, they're sure to find multiple.
Yes.
And when two...
The rule of two?
Now, Ulf, block your ears. Now, when one necromancer man loves another necromancer lady, they make a necromancer child. And that would explain the baby.
They don't always have to love each other, too.
That's sacrilege, my lady. You are a shrine maiden, and your words astound me.
I'm a spy. Wait, that's not what spies would say.
First rule of Assassin Club.
I am
Tell
a,
everybody.
Assassin Club.
I am a special shrine maiden. Shut up.
A spatial one, yes. I deal with spices.
Spatial.
My lady, you are the shrine maiden from the Shrine of Luck, and I'm sure you know a thing or two about getting lucky. Is that correct, Ulf? You and the ghost.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of, do you know what else Agatha likes? Because she said I could go back. She already has a comb.
Well, anything that would be used for amplifying beauty, so a mirror, perhaps, a crown, tiara, perhaps would be more flattering. I don't know if makeup would be enough. That might be a bit of a backhanded compliment. Like, ooh, girl, you need lots of makeup to look pretty. I don't think you want to say that.
Well,
Music, like a little charm box, I don't know. You should know how to woo a woman.
An ethereal bustier.
she's pretty high maintenance already.
Well, she was an elf.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Aurelia is also an elf. She's a half elf.
Don't belittle your own people.
Don't elf shame.
Truth is truth. Whether or not that's belittling is up to the observer.
I've got half a mind to be offended.
The elf half, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too. And she flicks her ear or something like that.
So, does this help?
Well, what did she say? What did you ask her?
We asked her about the book thing.
Yes, and
And she said it was in this town, Erebor.
Erebor.
Yeah.
You
it's
mean in the West Heartlands?
Yeah.
The city of 1,000 spies.
City of 1,000. She takes out a scratch of paper and starts scribbling things down with a charcoal pencil.
She said she sold it to Cernos. Sometime between.
Was it a knight named Cernoth, or what was his name? Was he a knight, Cernoth?
I never thought to ask. She said I only got one question.
I believe it was at night.
It was night. No, it was day. Maybe she sold it at night.
Okay. So how do you spell that name? How did it sound like it was spelled?
We only got one question.
Just okay, Cernoth. Okay, wow, that'll be plenty. We have a much more adept group of intelligence gatherers than such as yourselves. Thank you, though. And she rolls it up. It's like a small little ravenry scroll, and she heads. Before I head out, she pulls out a chest from behind the shrine there, and in it are 3 amulets of what's her bucket?
The Harpers?
Timora.
Okay.
Actually, the actual goddess Timora.
Okay.
And there are 3 healing potions. These look like a deeper red than your typical ones. So a typical healing potion, let me check. It's one step up, so it's the 44 plus 4.
Nice.
So you each could have a 40... Yeah, it's a greater healing potion.
So Medallion of Timora.
Yep. And if you ever need, the Harper's help or have anything further for us on this matter, we are everywhere. We have agents pretty much everywhere. You even have them in this small little town. So that amulet I gave you is a specific one from the Harpers. The Timora's blessings be upon ye. She makes a shamrock in the air and then walks away.
She does the Disney symbol.
Yep.
What does the medallion of Timora do? Is it just a medallion?
It's more like a symbol. It's just a symbol to show you have association with the Harpers.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like a we owe you
Sure.
kind of thing.
Sure.
I owe you kind of thing. So at least that you could tell. I mean, perhaps if you meditate on it or do an Arcana check, it could be.
Maybe later.
Maybe later. Okay.
Yeah.
Garganimal says you can get her a nice hand cream or a demonstration of my new one-man play filled with aggressive ballet.
One man playing one
man
woman.
playing one woman.
I could just imagine the movie trailer voiceover guy. One man playing one woman.
In a world where necromancers live in the forest, one man, Tiberius Caldwell, plays one woman, Poppy Shatork, in The Life and Times of Poppy Shatork.
Sounding more and more like a Rob Schneider movie, and I'm not interested.
Rob Schneider is a stapler in Stapler.
Awesome.
One man plays one woman. A tiny woman.
Alright. So what else do we have to do?
We've completed the Sister G quest line.
Yes.
We have not talked to Darren Edermath at the Orchard. We haven't found the Waybacker Cave. The Town Master is a little bitch and has more information on the Cragmore Castle. The Wood Carver was murdered. We figured that quest out. We did not recover the necklace from inside her shop. We did not discover why the miners were less taxed by the red brands.
Where was that necklace that we were supposed to find?
In Thunder Tree, several days north.
So we didn't go there.
No, we haven't been there yet.
No, you'd have to go towards Neverwinter for that one.
Yeah.
That's fine. Well, let's just do all the stuff we can do in town.
Yeah. I guess the only thing we have left is to talk to either the Town Master or Darren Edermath.
Let's go talk to the Darren guy.
So we're going to head over to the Orchard.
Oh, yeah. I should probably get back on that map. The map Orchard. Yeah, perfect. There's nobody outside at this point. It's kind of dark out. But you do see a light on the inside, and you hear some. It's not as grand as you've heard in Neverwinter or Waterdeep, but you can hear some decent music being strummed from a lute within.
I guess Tiberius would be into that.
No.
It's not his music.
Oh, right. Poppy's or Sylvie's maybe that guy could play the music for your play about Poppy.
Actually, no, Mike. What does he sound like? Is the performance a very good performance?
He's going to give you a performance check. It's he knows notes, but he's maybe not the best at building a masterpiece. And every once in a while, it goes pretty flat. But overall, it needs work, and you can tell this probably is a new hobby he's trying to pick up.
No,
And it's mostly like the same three chords.
it appears as though he can only play Hot Cross Buns. This is a song that you learn at elementary bard school on your recorder.
Yeah, even I can play that.
Child's play.
Whatever. Do you want to, like, what do we have to talk to him about?
Anything. It appears as though he was an adventurer some
Oh,
time
yeah.
ago.
Maybe he knows, like, stuff.
That is my thoughts exactly.
You should, like, ask him if he knows stuff.
Good.
Can I see him, like, anywhere?
He's inside.
Oh, so he's
You
just
have
playing
to-
the music is
Yeah.
wafting out of the home.
Yes.
It's
Like,
lilting through the
the
fire.
windows are open because it's like midsummer.
Sure. Is it a Midsummer Night's Eve, Mike?
It's the eve before the eve.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the Preve.
It's eve. It's eve adjacent.
Yeah, so it's the Midsummer Night's Preve.
Yes.
Yeah, he strides up to this man's porch. His man's porch. And mansplains. And through the open window, he leans on the sill and he just says,
Now, my good man, Edamath, it appears as though you are learning a new hobby, which is a wretched sound of your flute. Would you like assistance from a renowned bard such as myself, Tiberius Caldwell of Neverwinter?
So as you're saying that, like the second you popped in, he like was on edge. He threw the lute across the room and he pulled a sword that was. He was like laying on his bed like a day bed. Day bed. He pulls out the sword and he's like pointing at you and realizes you're just a nosy neighbor.
and as he like points this, he says,
And what ho! It appears as though your adventuring skills are still sharp as ever. Perhaps you can help us. I, like yourself, have picked up a new hobby. Yours is poorly playing that flute, and mine is adventuring, my good man.
Poorly.
And so he pulls out the scabbard.
fuck you, Wolf.
He sheaths the blade and you must be Tiberius. I've heard of you.
I would say so.
I've definitely heard you now.
Yes, of course.
You're right here, and it's like you think you're 100 yards away.
Yes, it's a stage presence.
Yes, mind the ears. I am an elf. I hear much more than your human ears to hear. So
Good. Then you can
You're
absorb my radius booming voice even better than the
you're
average.
here. I need you here.
I don't.
You're
I
here.
don't.
I need you here.
She's looking at him like,
I don't understand your request.
Perhaps if you're not like leaning through a window, you will act a little bit more normal with your range and pitch. Let me open the door. Come on, come around.
Oh, okay. Yes. No. Good.
And he comes right in the house.
The door was just unlocked. You
Yeah.
could have just opened it too, like a band of
well,
adventurers.
if it wasn't unlocked, it is now.
Oh, were you gonna pick it?
She can't help herself. She's standing there and she's bored, and there's
She
a
has no
door.
control over it.
So as you walk in, you see this guy. He's wearing simple-ish clothes, but you can tell they're like just enough above common. So you can tell he might have been a quite prosperous adventurer at one point. He's half elven. He's very fit still. Silver-haired, half elf, half elven, half elf.
Mhm.
Haven't heard of them.
Extra chick on the chicken.
And he's
Is he extra half elfy?
yeah.
He's
yeah.
3/4 elf.
Yeah. His two parents were half elf, and some gal became like a full elf.
Mhm.
He got both halves. Wolf, I'm going to go ahead and say you can easily tell this guy's over 100 years old for a half elf. You just automatically can tell that. Everybody else, if you want, you'd like give me some sort of like wisdom or intelligence check if you want to know how old he is just by looking at him. And so he'll introduce himself and say, I'm Darren Edamath, half elf. Brings you to my humble abode.
Elf like holds up his staff. He's like, I'm Elf. I'm not Glassstaff.
Well, I would hope I would invite Glassstaff into my house. I heard you guys took care of him, though. I'm surprised. Well, if I had known you were going to march off so dangerously, I might have helped myself.
Would you have, like, helped us?
I just said I would have helped myself.
Okay, because I told them that, and they were like, no.
Who are they?
Mostly Poppy.
Oh, you guys. Mostly Poppy. Who is Poppy? Are you Poppy? And he points to type. Tiberius, is that another name for you?
He says, no, I am Tiberius Caldwell, renowned bard and actor of the stage from Neverwinter, and we are here as hero adventurers inside Phandelver, where we routed the Red Brands and assailed Glassstaff and captured him successfully. We have also routed a ghost from the swamps north of here, near the Neverwinter Wood. There's a part of a coven. What was it? A murder? A dig of necromancers in the woods as well. That one of our friends, Poppy, the shortest of us, is out fighting them as we speak, single-handedly slaying a family of necromancers.
Oh, a family. I thought you used to say a family. That's not very
just
heroic.
A family of necromancers. Yes.
At that point, they're not people anymore, right?
I mean, that's a morbid outlook, my good man.
Yes.
Necromancers are people too.
Vote Trump. All right.
We'll build a wall around Phandelver.
Yes.
You know, necromancy is just advanced recycling.
That's just advanced recycling.
Reduce, reuse, reanimate.
Yeah, that's true. I've seen that on a bumper sticker.
So, what order are you guys from? Are you guys from a particular?
Well, usually I walk last.
Yes, I see. For an elf, you take things a little bit too literally.
Yeah, he doesn't have like an imagination, really.
Really, because he's
Well,
pressed
no,
in words of imagination.
Nothing flies over my head. I will catch it. My reflexes are too great.
You got that one.
We all like knew this guy, and he like hired us, and then.
Yes, but what order was he from, or what guild? Anything particular, or were you all freelancers?
Yeah, that.
Well, I mean, if I put my 2 cents out there, the Order of the Gauntlet is quite a noble.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not here to hear a sales pitch.
I mean, I also get like these coupons. If whatever, I could have gotten you like a little less off, but whatever.
Yeah.
Each their own.
Get me. You want next thing? It's gonna be like a timeshare pitch.
If you just come see the orchard for like an entire day, you get free passes to the Wave Echo Cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You work the orchard for one day. You get a free pass afterwards.
Yep.
And then you can buy a timeshare. You can buy yourself an orchard.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's like maybe 20 trees in there too.
Yeah.
If you take the map literally.
Yeah.
But yes, what brings you to my cottage? Just to have a little chat, introduce yourselves, or?
Yeah, and like I don't know, see if you could like help us or something.
Well, what do you need help with? So far, you've already routed the bandits, and you've dispatched a ghost, if that is true.
And a family of necromancers.
And a family of Well, that's still in progress, is it not? Until she returns.
Well, we assume she's doing very well.
It's as good as done.
Yeah, she's really good at like killing stuff.
Mm. Well, that's usually is what you want when you go to murder evildoers.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Now, in your adventuring days, did you have any particular set of skills?
Well, I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior.
If I were to say your imaginary daughter was taken, what would you do in recompense
Well, it depends on who took her.
to the men that take her?
If it's just bandits, I'll murder them all and take her back. If there's wizards, I might have to consult with one of the circles of mages. And
Say
I
she was being
recommend throat
sold.
punches.
What if she was being
Those
sold on
I
a
don't want to
slave
kill them,
market?
but if they steal my own blood, I'm out for blood.
Okay, but like, what? How is this relevant?
Oh, I was just asking questions.
Okay, so like, we have to go to like places. We have to find like Wave Echo Cave, and we have to go to like Cragmaw because like
Cragmaw.
like,
You mean
he
the
might be there or something.
the hobgoblin band that's been roaming the Neverwinter area?
Now, if
Yeah.
there was a band of hobgoblins, I think I would know. I am a performing artist here in the Upper Sword Coast.
I've never heard of. I would imagine there would not be a roving band of hobgoblins. They wouldn't gain
not
entrance
that
to the
kind of
town.
band.
Yes, yeah, not a musical band. Like a band of bandits, as in.
Oh, a large group. I understand.
Band,
A traveling group. Yes.
traveling group. Well, I have not heard too much about them. I do know that we've had the issue with being our cargo gets waylaid on the road. You yourselves, I hear, went ahead and dispatched
Yes, of course.
one of their cells.
Yes. Now, Edomath, I have a question for you. Get down
It's
to...
Darren, please. Not to be so formal.
Sure, Darren. It says, hey, get down to brass tacks. Let us... Now, you are a wary adventurer, retired, but you are quick on the draw, as you so aptly showed me, as you deftly maneuvered from your bed with whatever wretched pipe you were playing. Have you seen
Salute.
two dwarfs come through the town?
Oh, yes, they have been stayed here, and, they camped just on the other side of my orchard.
Just on the other side of your orchard!
Yes, yeah.
Could you show us where that is?
It's late.
They are probably dead.
Well, we might want to get them before the wolves do.
Yes, it's been several days.
Okay, and he clasps his sword around him, and he gets a quick little leather jerkin. Pulls out some torches from there. All right, well, and he puts one in the hearth, lights it up, and
Enjoy.
as we'll get to it, we can
stay.
discuss things along the way, if you will.
Sure,
I actually
sure.
have a list of my own.
We could discuss Matt Duncan, arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard. Boom. 3 followers today. Kapow! 2 to go.
I don't want to see that video.
I made it. It's on youtube.com/unmadegaming.
I got 2 dwarves.
Oh, God.
Gross.
Yep. Yeah, so we followed Darren Edermath.
Sure. While you're in the grove of trees here, he'll I've heard stories and rumors of prospectors in the northeast of here, along the mountains. There's rumors that somebody set up a camp with undead guardians, and I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's just scarecrows or just skeletons propped up, but they speak of undead roaming this area, once known as Old Owl Well, or in this time, Owl Well.
Yes, I see.
Well,
Well, a well of owls.
Perhaps this is an offshoot of the Neverwinter Wood necromancers.
maybe
Perhaps.
they're 2 different gangs, and
Yes.
we could get them to fight each other.
Well, it's
Yes,
if it's been many years since I've been there, but it's about 2 days of march. You can either take the road or you can go. There's a decent enough path at this point. You just follow the same ridge line from mountain to mountain. Take you about 2.5 days to get there.
Yes,
Wasn't weren't the miner guys not getting bothered as much by the bandits or some junk?
Yes, that is true also.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yes. The mining guild here, the Miners Exchange, they've been known to make deals, however savory or unsavory those be.
Well, they totally did.
I'm not surprised. It was survival of the fittest. They probably even fed into the banditry. They might even got a little bit of a kick with providing supplies, I'm sure.
So they're bad guys now.
Well, they're not good guys. That doesn't make them villains.
They're morally ambiguous.
Yeah, they have bad morals, that is correct. But whether we should go in there and murder them all, I think that is out of the question. Now, if you would like to steal back from them, I see that you have a magical cloak, or a magical jerkin. Just by nothing is that dark on its own. Perhaps
I
you could plot
believe.
a revenge.
You should language, my friend. Nothing. It's a racist term, Doc.
You were in red phase last night. You can't.
I am a stage actor. Oh, you know this.
What makes you think I steal things? I'm not shifty-eyed at all.
As like some jewels fall out.
And she's like Mikey the Mouse from the Goonies.
Stuffing her bra with the gems.
It's like Mikey the Mouse from Goonies. Empty your pockets. What's in your mouth? The clutch of fucking pearls.
My pants have more knives in them than your pants.
I tell you what, perhaps I can dig into the little issue at the Miners' Exchange while you do this favor for me. Well, the favor for the entire region. I really feel that the ruins of Old Owlwell are from an ancient dwarven kingdom, and known for its magic, and really known as the Netheril. And I really worry that the magic might resurface and cause a greater danger.
Mike, I'm gonna roll history on Netheril.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna use my advantage from retweets.
Sure. With a 14, you've heard of it. It's definitely an ancient dwarven empire. It was active in this area. And with a 14, you know that they made magical armor is kind of what they focused on.
Okay.
It's much like make magic or magical items outside of war kind of things.
Okay.
And they were also known as alchemists as well. They're trying to be transmutators.
Okay. Transmuters.
Yeah.
Transmutation specialists.
Yes. That's what I was in World of Warcraft.
Old Owlwell, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Or, as it was known when they built it, New Owlwell.
Get out.
I don't have much to offer you other than... well, I don't have anything to offer you. Perhaps some peaches or apples.
Food is good.
Yes, well, they're not quite ripe yet, but I promise you they will be well enough during harvest.
Okay. But, like...
Well,
Alright.
I'm sure when you're at Owlwell, it's a magical kingdom ruin, right? I would
Yeah.
good lootings to be had.
I guess. But she's just mad because, like, here he was at first going, why don't you go rob the miners? And now he's like, wait, I'll go take care of the miners. Guys, go do this other thing. And she's like,
I'm not going to take care of the miners.
What?
I just, by the time we go there and you come back, I'll have a little bit more information about these miners and perhaps, perhaps I'll have a better plan for you going in.
Perhaps you could tell us about Nathan Jeffers. Arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard.
I don't know him.
No, okay, I wouldn't assume so, but I hear he is also an adventurer.
Well, I hope he didn't get an arrow to the knee.
Oh, don't we all? It's a painful location to be shot, I would say.
Yes. And at this point, you guys kind of start making your way up a hill. It's pretty steep.
Downtown.
But you see this right there? That's what you're going to. And there's some tents here. And there are some dead dwarven males here.
Carcassones?
Carcassines, yeah.
I will loot them.
You heartless bitch. Go ahead and do the investigation.
Can I identify them as Thundy and Nundy?
Did you actually know Nundy and Thundy?
Of course. Tiberius knows everybody.
Yeah, just
I'm using my advantage.
You of course do. You find things. Let me roll some stuff.
Like, he knows them well enough to have given them a nickname. Okay.
Of course, yes. You find 78 copper pieces.
Okay.
You find 28 silver pieces and 2 gold pieces.
Okay.
As far as what's on them, you see that they have similar rock seeker pendants on them. They also have tattoos and stuff like that. They have, there's some okay enough trail rations. However, they've been out here for a while, so they might be going bad soon.
I'll give those to Ulf.
Okay. You also see things like
He likes rotting. He likes rotting things.
Yeah,
He'll eat anything.
he wants to rot from the inside. But you also find things like picks, axes, shovels, barrow, I should say. And as far as what else is on them, they do each have a set of chainmail armor. Dwarven mage with chainmail armor, the size of a dwarf. But they at least have 2 sets of that.
I can't use it or take it. Or,
Did you find each one of them should have a Rockseeker crest upon them? The 3 brothers would always carry their crest.
He just hands them out. They're no good to her.
Good. We can save these if we ever rescue Gundy.
And he puts them in his pants.
Yeah. What should we do with the armor? That's like good armor.
There's no dwarves around here to sell it to.
Maybe if we sold it to a shop, they would like sell it then.
You guys would know chainmail is worth a full set of chainmail it's costly. It's worth more than its weight.
Yeah. We should sell it.
In what?
In gold. Well, no, that's not true. In gold, that would be worth a lot. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, we've Sylvie, you and I have sold to the Lion Shield Coster previously. So
they'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll get Tiberius, or I get Ulf to clean it off.
Yeah. Plus, the lady she's sweet on old Tibby.
Well, while the spoils are being divided, I have a look over the bodies. It's a 13 on a medicine check.
13 on a medicine check. Their throats are slashed. And there is some... That's really it. There's just slashes, and there's actually a couple bites and scratches in the other one. You do know previously that Glassstaff and his brood killed these guys, or at least allegedly they took credit for the killing.
These guys are dead.
I am astounded every day at your acuity, Ulf.
Yeah.
It is as if you truly are the finding man.
The finder guy.
Finder guy. You are correct. The finder guy. Yes.
But I'm not. I'm just Ulf.
Just Ulf Lang, of course. Of course.
Is Duncan? Is that his name? I just made that up. Darren? Is Darren with us still?
Yeah, no, he's still here with you, and
Okay.
it's like, this is tragedy.
Now, what's over here? Why were they camping here? What do I see?
They were just camping outside of town. They were trying to... You could see, like, they had, like, 2 tents, or, like, one bigger tent, I'll say, beds on either side. They're both in bed. That's where you find them.
Okay.
The fire's long dead. There is, like, a table. And you can tell, like, there's, like, map cases, but no maps.
Interesting.
Interesting, yes.
No, I didn't have a map. Gundy had a map.
Gunderson, yes. Gunderson.
Gundren.
It's Gunderson now, bro.
And now I call him the right name.
Wasn't Glassstaff looking for a map or something? They had interest in a map.
Is it like of that like cave or something?
Yes. Yeah.
He says, yes, well, it appears as though Gundy had a map, and Thundy and Nundy had a map. Perhaps it was all part of the same map. If I were 3 smart brothers, if I were 1 smart brother, I would tear my map into pieces. So that if you capture one of us, you cannot have the entirety of the map. I read that in a story once. Now, this Netheril... Duncan, great job! Darren, rather. And he goes to high-five him. Thank you for your services. We will abscond from here.
Oh, please have do something to bring these boys sent back to their dwarven hold.
Of course, it is in the north. Neverwinter.
I will. You know what? I will go and start the discussion with old Sildar.
Yes, of course. I believe he is in the town master. His home, the town master's home.
Yes, you were right the first time, Rat. That guy was a piece of shit.
Yeah. Harbinger Wester.
Sure.
Yeah.
I never bothered with his name.
That makes sense. He was a real piece of work, if I would have to say.
Yep, a real Fat piece of shit. All right. Yep. I'm gonna head out now. He just walks away. He's an old adventurer.
Yeah, he's got a grumpy bum leg or something like that. You know, adventure
sure.
things. So when he's out of earshot, Tiberius turns to Ulf specifically and he says, "Now, Ulf, it appears as though those books we have procured could not have come in a more timely fashion. Not only are they both relevant to the same thing as if they were cookies for an elaborate plot of a play. One of them is about transmutation in Dwarven, and Netheril was a clan of Dwarven transmuters. And that other one, I forget what that one was about."
It was the same thing.
No, it wasn't. The other one? The first book you found?
It was on enchanting and transmutation and alchemy.
Was it?
Yeah,
It totally wasn't.
I wrote it down.
Was it? As Mike checks his notes
I
because
was,
he doesn't
I
think
was
it is
given
either.
3 schools of magic. That was what was listed.
Mike, check your notes. Yeah, one was a children's book that was translated, was English or was common and Dwarven, but he was using the
The
translate.
big book.
The big book. Yeah.
That's what you're talking about. The big book.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that is about dwarven magic.
Okay. Well, this one's about transmutating alchemy. These people were.
It's in the realm of dwarven magic, so
Yeah.
it's a different branch of it. But yes,
He says,
alchemy is a brand.
apparently, the glass staff that we have captured was studying this transmutation and Wave Echo Cave, and this is a well that leads to an elaborate cave system that was a dwarven clan of transmuters. Also things that he wants, because, again, there's the magical anvil that transmutes weapons into magical weapons. Perhaps we have found Wave Echo Cave!
He shouts
No.
from the top of a hilltop.
Now, are you just drawing lines like with the undead and undead means necromancers? Because I'm not totally sold.
Necromancers! That reminds me, he said there were also necromancers on the western ridge near the old well.
He didn't.
He did say that. There are necromancers.
He said they're probably scarecrows.
No, he said there was 100% undead, is what I heard.
Oh,
Were you listening to him? He said there were reports of undead.
I think I would have picked up on that.
Did you?
I didn't.
Oh. It takes a real fool of a man to confuse a scarecrow with the undead.
He's an adventurer. He'd have probably known, right?
I don't think he said he saw them. I think he was just told this.
Well, like, undead doesn't mean necromancers, but it doesn't, like, not mean necromancers.
I
So-
don't know what any of the things you just said mean. It's like saying water does not mean it rained. But clearly, one begets the other.
Not well. I mean, like, I guess, like, a necromancer can, like, go to a place and, like, make undead and then, like, leave.
Yes, but that still means there's a necromancer at large.
Well, yeah, but, like, we don't know exactly, I guess. I don't know.
What better way to find out about a necromancer than killing his horde of undead?
Yeah, let's go.
Sylvie's just done. Whatever, fine.
Whatever.
The worst part is, Madfish, you asked for me to bring Tiberius to Saturday's game. Oh, God.
I know what I'm getting. I guess I know what I'm getting myself into.
He looks back to Ulf and he says,
Now, Ulf, you are very well versed in this necromantic energy. Could you track this necromancer or his puppets?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
and then he just crosses his arms and waits.
Okay.
Okay.
What are we waiting for?
But Ulf gives like
Ulf's-
the longest time for awkward silence as he possibly can.
Ulf said he
Oh.
could track them.
Right now.
Yes, of course. We must find these necromancers.
Oh, it's real late. I track better in the day.
You see, if I had to guess, that there's one gang of necromancers in the Neverwinter Wood, and there is an alternate gang here in the Western Ridge. It was an elaborate play I saw one day where one was the sharks and one was the jets. I'm not sure what that means, but really like a jet of water, perhaps a fuel jet, a carburetor. Regardless, they were competing gangs of bandits. Perhaps this is what these necromancers are doing. One of them attacked Thunder Tree. One of them attacked this dwarven outpost.
Okay.
I'm just spitballing here. You guys can...
All right. So, like, let's... Do we want to wait till morning or what?
Well, it appears we have a fine camp right here.
Okay, let's, like, stay here.
It's not the first time we slept next to corpses, thanks to our friend Ulf here.
You guys don't want to go back into town?
Yeah. I want to sleep in, like, a bed.
This is why I don't adventure with females. It's an old male acting troupe. Fine.
I'm with her.
You may have been punched in the back of the knee.
So, like, he buckles one knee. Yeah, so I guess we head back to Toblerone's. We head back to Toblerone's Stone Hills Bar and Grill.
Sure. Yeah, so you guys still have your rooms available. They're at the discounted rate. Tiberius, you, of course, still get it for free. You don't even have to perform tonight if you don't wish, but you have, like, a deal with them going on.
Like, when does Tiberius not wish to perform?
You know, that's a fair question.
Plus, he's writing a play as we speak, so he's going to perform a silent rendition of the interpretive, aggressive dance that is the life and times of Poppy Shatork.
Yeah, of course, naturally.
Mm-hmm. Remind me what that discounted rate was.
2 silver or 1 silver. A price that you guys make so much money it doesn't matter.
I mean, technically, Sylvie makes all the money.
Well, that's true. You know what? That's true. Yeah, let's call it 5 silver. No, I'm sorry. That's what it was originally. 2 silver.
10.
I took it off.
Okay. And what do you guys do anything before going to bed? Do you just kind of do your typical standard things and then head off?
Interpretive dance.
Interpretive dance for you, of course, naturally.
Yeah.
I mean, I really want to go around pickpocketing everybody, but I don't think that would be a good idea, so I'll just sit quietly and wait for the interpretive dance to be over.
Okay.
Ulf probably was about to sit down for a meal, but takes it to go when Tiberius starts it. Just retires to his room. He's seen it. He wasn't impressed.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Now, Mike, are you doing the brand new act that you have, the interpretive dance?
Yeah.
That you said? Oh, I'm going to need performance on that.
Okay,
See
done.
with
advantage?
Yeah, you can practice it a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm also in costume, so I'm disguised.
Oh, you're in costume, so you have... Yeah.
So 26. It's gotten better.
People are crying right now.
Yeah, that's what they should.
This is such an epic ballad.
It's an evocative performance.
Yet it is only dancing. There are no words. There don't need to be words.
Yeah.
Their heart breaks with your axe swings.
Good. That's what I want. Yeah. I want everyone to fully understand deep in their heart how much still life art is just garbage. Yeah. And you need active movement to properly portray emotions. It's bullshit.
Yep. And you start seeing, like, the children and, like, some of the wives in there are making banners that say, "Bring our Poppy home."
Yeah.
Yep.
Just as short torque for president.
Short twerk.
Short torque for town master.
Short twerk for town master. Yeah, exactly. No, but bring our short twerk home.
Yeah, that's fair.
But if there's nothing else, you guys enjoy a fine evening of discounted food and in bed, and you guys can start heading to bed if you so wish.
Yeah.
Okay. So everybody's going to have an uninterrupted night of sleep except for Sylvie. In the middle of your sleep, you are going to be woken up by a familiar face. However, it's no longer dressed in the same clothes as you have seen at the shrine. She is now wearing darker black, jet black clothes, kind of similar to the leather magical armor you have. And she's just sitting on your bed, waiting for you to wake up after noticing that she's there.
All right. She's kind of looks up. She's like, "Hi."
Good evening. Sorry to wake you. Didn't really have. Yeah, I didn't want to say this in front of the others because I don't feel they have our same prowess and virtues. However, I've noticed you're much more tactful and stealthy than the rest.
A little.
Tactful.
Just a little. That's still better. And she holds out like the negative of your crest or the necklace she gave you. She says, "If you so choose, you may join the Harpers. It opens up many avenues of information, new jobs if you so wish. You're welcome. With this, if you can complete the amulet, you have access to all Harper."
Internally, she's like, "Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!" On the outside, she's like, okay.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Like, okay, that sounds like good.
Okay.
Stuff.
And so she just you probably have the amulet. She like pulls it out and she finishes. She clasps it in there, and it makes the Harper symbol, if you will. I don't know what it looks like because I didn't think of it. It's Timora and then some extra stuff around.
It's a harp.
Okay.
I'm not fucking with you. It's actually a harp. The Harper symbol is a harp.
That makes sense. I remember reading it. I just brain dumped it.
Yeah.
But yes, it turns from a symbol of Timora into the harp when it finishes.
It's a crescent moon with a harp inside of it.
Yep. That's what it becomes. And so, yep, exactly. And yeah, so she says, "Congratulations, Watcher." And
Watcher.
that's
Awesome.
that's your title.
That's like
Watcher
good,
Sylvie.
I guess. Awesome. Thank you and stuff.
Yep. And like with that, she like. Boop. Good night.
She boops you on the head.
It just knocks me out.
Sweet dreams. Bye bye.
Blackjack.
But assuming your room is dark, as soon as she like walks away from you outside of like the immediate vision, complete just gone. You didn't hear anything. You don't see anything.
Okay, well, after a minute, like she's just like making sure she doesn't hear any more noises or everything, and then she's like,
and so you hear, "I saw that." Shh.
"Oh no!"
And it's actually just an elaborate black sheet she was holding the whole time, and she just drops it and then leaves for the door. Magic! And she just leaves.
Ninja vanish! Yeah.
Out the regular door. It's good stuff.
Yeah. You don't use a door. Come on.
No, of course not.
No, that's not cool. That's not how cool people do it.
That's fair.
Come on.
That's fair. It's not how cool people do it.
No.
So with that, the rest of the day passes just fine. Let me just do a line of coke here. Yeah. There we go. I got it. All right.
Jiminy Cricket.
I saw that in chat. I'm like, that's too good. All right. It's still in there. That's great. So yeah, you guys wake up in the next day. You guys can get yourself some breakfast. The town is yours. Like it's totally up to you guys what you do.
I mean, yeah, Tiberius is pretty anxious to go discover Wave Echo Cave.
We should see Sildar before we go. Maybe he found out some stuff from Glassstaff.
That's true.
Because I'm not Glassstaff.
No, I understand. You just have the staff.
Right.
Good idea, Ulf. Not only are you the finder guy, the finder guy, you are the idea man. Good.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah, so I guess that's where we go.
Okay, so you guys go over to the town master's hall.
Yep.
All right, you guys knock yourself. You just knock and kind of like open the door at the same time. I'm assuming. And we're already in. All right. It's not locked. It's the Town Master Hall, and it's business hours.
It's business.
Yep. So while you're in there, it's like finally Monday. Things are going back to normal. So there's several clerks in there. The town master or former town master is still in there. He's no longer in the office. He's been now ejected to one of the standard desks. Maybe a little bit bigger of one because he's also pretty fat. And you see Sildar's in his old office.
Sildar's in the town master's office.
And he is now the town master.
Oh, okay. Until Poppy comes back and takes that.
Yeah, sure.
Because she's the science.
With her corpse of
town mastery. Corpse of town mastery. Learned it from a necromancer how to be a town master.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess we walk in.
Tiberius. Good company.
Yes, of course. Salazar, what information have you found today, or in the past several days? We've been gone fighting necromancers and ghosts.
Well, I haven't found Wave Echo Cave yet. I believe Yarno didn't even know where it was. However, there have been developments. There's some orc troubles up the eastern road, up Tribor Trail towards Conneberry. I realize that you
left Crunchberry just about 2 days ago.
Yes, well, there's talk of a place called Wyvern Tor, where orcs are known to roam.
Go on.
If you so wish to take out these orcs, I have 100 gold pieces.
Per orc! That is an outrageous price. Generous of you.
That would be quite generous, but it is 100 gold for the entire party.
For the entire party? Each?
Where's the little one?
The other little one. We have lost her to an epic quest. She has single-handedly decided to take on a family of necromancers in the Neverwinter Wood.
How do you know they were a family?
Because there was a child necromancer.
You saw a child necromancer?
There was at least 3 of them, one of which was a child. I assume that even necromancers wouldn't stoop so low as to kidnap a child. Perhaps a mother necromancer and a father necromancer made a child.
Ulf covers his ears again.
La 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 la.
Okay, so what is he trying to? He's trying to sell us.
He's not trying to sell us.
Give you. It's a job. If you guys so wish to take this, it's 100 gold pieces. Total. That's 33.3 gold apiece. Since you probably won't cut it.
He pulls out his abacus.
Yep. The other issue.
So, like, can we do that?
Yeah, it's just in the opposite direction.
Yeah, it's just
back where we came from.
Well,
so,
there's like a map, and like he puts a pinpoint in the general area of where Wyvern Tor is, and it's like here, like so. This is Phandalin, this is Conneberry, this is Wyvern Tor. It's like north of Conneberry. Or, I'm sorry, south of Conneberry. So it's the other one.
And north.
This is the old well.
Here's what we're gonna do.
This is the old well on the opposite side of that.
So here's what we're gonna do. So this is where you guys went for Conneberry, or for the Agatha's Lair. Wyvern Tor is way up here, and Old Owl Well is somewhere over here. So they're both east and south of Conneberry.
Oh.
So we could do both if we like went in a big circle.
Yeah, if you so wished.
I thought you said the fucking Old Owl Well was west.
I don't think I gave a cardinal direction.
Did you say west, maybe?
Perhaps.
The west?
I'm pretty sure I didn't give a... I'm pretty sure I said, like, northeast.
Maybe.
I don't know, yeah.
Northeast?
That's what I thought. Like, it's like 2 days northeast. Which would be that way, northeast. And then Wyvern Tor is somewhere over here. And, like, you see those, like, pins in the... in, like, the town master's thing. Like, this is, like, a red pin, which means urgent.
So back
and
to
then you see like a red circle like going, from these hexes here.
What's that one?
That's just a red circle. It doesn't have any words.
He points to it and says, "And what is this?"
Well, we've been slowly trying to figure out where these goblins and hobgoblins have been coming from, and everything points in that, well, honestly, that's like a 15-mile radius.
Yes, well, of course. Here is the cave where we fought goblins. And he, like, points to the general direction.
Yeah, so he points somewhere
and we
over
were
there.
told that north of this area, and also north of Phandelver, which happens to be the same area, is where the Cragmaw Castle is. And
Yes,
the hobgoblins
exactly, yes.
live in Cragmaw Castle.
Yes, well, that is why we have this area circled. We don't know precisely where it is. We know the general area.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Beware!
Okay,
Send word to your
yeah.
troops that there are necromancers also in that wood.
Yes, the entire family. Yes. So I will make sure to make a note of that.
It's good.
So all we have to do is pick which thing we want to do first.
Yeah, they're both yours if you so
Enjoy
wish to take
your
them on at the same
stay.
time.
I would very much like to take on a Cutie Pie 0011. Arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard.
Now, I do have to say, if you so choose, Cragmaw Castle has a hefty reward on it.
A hefty reward, you say?
A hefty reward of 500 gold pieces total.
Each
500 gold pieces among all three of you.
total per person.
No, total for the group. Total for the job.
Okay. So 150. No. 200 and
230? No, not
200
even
and
that.
some odd numbers. 175. 180.
500? You said 500?
500 per
500.
person. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's like around 170. There you go.
125 a person. For we have a fourth member as well. Don't forget, she still counts.
Yeah. I'll, like, put the money aside for her or something.
Of course, yes.
Well, she said before she left also that I could have it.
I believe that. You were very close to her.
Yeah.
Literally all the time. You were very close. As if you were terrified of everything.
Look, you guys can split this up however you wish. The reward is a reward, and one of you can have all of it. You could all have it equally, or you could have 6 shares of it, and I don't care. The reward is 500 gold.
Okay. So what are we doing? Pick up
And on top of that, I will give you each an estate.
An
By
estate?
I mean a house that is your own,
With land
with a bit of land. Yes.
and servants.
Well, if you can afford servants, then you sure can have
With
servants.
500 gold apiece, of course. Who couldn't afford servants?
500 gold apiece. Yes, if that was a reward, yes, you could, of course, each have servants for almost a lifetime.
Yes, good.
Okay, so
However, the reward is substantially less than that.
all right, let's go. Like,
Prepare the horses.
Prepare the horses,
That
and
way-
like Tiberius like goes out, I assume,
Yeah.
I'll follow.
and
just
that's where
assumes
I think that's
that's
where
what
we
he's
should end. Just Tiberius storming up to prepare the horses.
He's like, let's go, prepare the horses, of course! And he just leaves. You guys are just standing there like, oh, Christ. Not again.
Perfect.
It's like the what's it called? Soundtrack, like canned laughter.
Oh, yeah.
Goes off.
He just Kramers out of the room.
And you hear the audience like, ah, ha, ha.
Oh, yeah. So, guys, that's it for today's episode of Lost Mine of Phandelver. We'll be back on Thursday for Bound by Flame, our campaign that's been going on for about a year and a half now. That should be wrapping up shortly. And then we'll be back again on Saturday for a 12-hour stream. We got some hot cock in the morning with Call of Cthulhu. We have the Madfish Tower at 1 o'clock. We then have... Oh, I'm sorry. That's at 1 o'clock, isn't it? No? Is that at 4 o'clock? So that's at 4 o'clock. In between those two things at 1 o'clock, we have a special guest with a special improv game that should be madness. And then lastly, we have some Star Wars, and we're giving away KOTOR 2 for no reason at all. Only because we have one and we have nothing to do with it. So we're just going to give that away. So tune in for that. Also, 25% of whatever we make in donations on that day go to help Extra Life with kids in hospitals and games and whatnot, and making the hospital not terrible for kids that need some healing. And yeah, so we'll do a little round robin here. With me tonight was Mike, our DM. Who are you? What do you do here, and should anyone care?
That's always no. I don't care if you don't care.
Mhm.
I mean, I care a little bit. I'm Mike, known as Rhino. I am at Baloney Slap on Twitter. I don't tweet much anymore, but, whatever. Discord, always get in Discord. We're always there doing shit. But yeah, I'm your DM tonight. I am running modules for the group every Tuesday. And you can see me every Thursday, either playing the best character ever, Brand Stormbrew. He's a dwarf Wizard. Or Gesh Freshhawk. He is definitely the Dragon Lord of the West.
He sure is. He sure thinks he is. Also, Mike, I don't know if you know this, but we have another new follower today. That makes it 6. Angel Eugenics! Arise, minion, and welcome to the graveyard. Yeah, Bitters, you've been here forever. Who are you? What are you doing here, and why?
I'm Mr. Bitters. I've been here forever, and I'm the number 2 mod. And shout out to Twitch staff for making my job way easier with message filtering.
Yeah, with auto mod.
Yeah.
it's a bitter hashtag Bitters the casual mod. That's your. If I want to make mod business cards, that's what it says. It says Mr. Bitters casual moderator. Shill.
Moderate moderator.
Yeah, moderate moderator, human shill, as he wears our t-shirt. Speaking of Bitters Rad t-shirt, if you guys want to buy some sweet Unmade Gaming swag, feel free to go to Expectation Morch, our Morch store where we sell cool shit. Someone else who sells cool shit, Madfish, who are you? What are you trying to pawn here today? And should anyone care?
I'm trying to pawn stuff that I make, which is mostly necklaces that I make by hand. And also I do some DMing, I do some writing, I do some arting. I do things. I'm Mad Fishmonger on Twitter and Tumblr and whatnot.
That's
so
true. You are all those things.
I am all of the things.
And you're DMing for us on
Saturday. Yes,
Good time.
I'm super looking forward to it. I've been working on it.
Yeah,
I'm probably going to put this much work into it, and then use this much of the work that I've done.
That sounds like any one shot ever.
But,
Also,
just in case you guys actually follow the plot, I have to write a plot on the off chance.
Happens every time. Yeah, and we're also level 16 with some crazy madness and whatnot going on there. So that's gonna be pretty
powers.
fucking rad.
I wanted you guys to just go nuts because then I can throw big traps at you. And
So you'll see the far future of Tiberius Caldwell, level 16 Bard Fighter, on Saturday. So yeah, before we get the hell out of here, guys, I'm going to double check and make sure this guy is streaming still, because I have a habit of doing that. And we're going to go raid my buddy Chris over at Drop Dice. I'm going to put this in chat right here. Boop, boop. Copy and paste that over to his channel when we go over there and host him. And for now, we'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.